drug crisis. Applications are being accepted through Monday for Colorado's e-bike rebate program. There is an income requirement with the low-income rebate at $1,100 and the moderate income rebate $500. That's the latest. I'm Chad Bauer.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's.
A couple incidents throughout town to occupy your mid-morning commute. Starting on the east end through Aurora, I-225 northbound. Watch out for a crash blocking 2 right lanes at Colfax Avenue. We're seeing stop and go back from Mississippi, about 3 to 5 minutes of delays. I-25 at southbound into downtown, showing speeds in the 40s and 50s between I-70 and Spear Boulevard. Further west and heading through the Jeffco area. Fox 31 at Pinpoint Weather. Next few days are pretty warm out there. High of 60 this afternoon. Overnight low of 31. Tomorrow mostly sunny skies. High 65 and high of 62 on Thursday before snow on Friday. The current temperature in Denver is 51 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
During Pro Paint Days at Lowe's, save $10 on a new and exclusive 5-gallon pail of HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Drywall PVA Primer and Sealer. Lowe's knows paint. Lowe's knows pros. Offer valid 12/4 through 12/15. Exclusions, restrictions, and more terms apply.
Frank Duran, the real estate man with RE/MAX Alliance. He is a certified negotiation expert, and he knows how to aggressively market your home.
With our specialized marketing knowledge, we aggressively implement the most advanced, innovative, and proactive marketing plan you will find anywhere.
For all things real estate, do not hesitate to call 303-920-1622 or get tips online at frankdurantherealestateman.com.
Do roller coaster stock markets make you nervous? With such frequent ups and downs, don't let market volatility derail your retirement. Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, Saturday on 630 KHOW. If you're concerned about the markets, call today to schedule a complimentary review of your portfolio. Call 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604. Or online, yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
It's the Dan Kapla Show. Afternoons 4 to 6.
Hey, it's Dan. Join me today at 4. We'll dive into the latest craziness from D.C. and from the loony left right here in Colorado, and we'll have a lot of fun doing it. Join me at 4.
Enjoy the outdoors as you relax in your new spa from Spa Palace. For nearly 40 years, Spa Palace makes you feel like royalty with the best products and customer service. Don't wait any longer. Find your nearest location at spapalace.com.
Yeah. Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Welcome. We are here to help you solve problems, answer questions, take complaints, make your life just a little easier. And all of a sudden, all 3 cameras went out at the same time, exactly at the same time. So I'll have to figure that out later. Anyway, no cameras in my studio, so you'll look at other people. Meanwhile, welcome. We are here to help you any way we can, as we do every day. And I urge you to call 303-MARTINO, 24/7, 303-627-8466. And you can call that number and leave a message, and we will get back to you. And, of course, when we're on the air, you can call 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. This hour brought to you by the one and only waterpros.net for the best water system, the lowest prices. If you want to get a gift for the family, get them the best water you can buy, whether it's a whole house system for removing chemicals or a drinking water at the drinking water fountain at the kitchen sink for fresh, clean water, under $1,000 fully installed. Anyway, give them a call, 303-862-5554. Let's go to the phones, find out what's new and dear to you and what's on your heart and mind. Sally's got some computer issues. Sally, what's going on with you? Hello, Sally.
Well, I am barely computer savvy, mostly due to my age. I'm 87.
Wow.
But I use it to commute with friends and do a little bit of shopping. But the fellow who is cleaning my computer said it's not the same as a hack. They got into the whole computer, and they wanted me to draw money out of the bank and spend money here and there.
Now hold on,
send
Sally.
them
Do you remember people doing this to you and talking to you about this on the phone or on the computer?
Talking to me about that
Sally,
before?
was this the first time you had heard about this, or had you had somebody approach you on your computer before?
Yes.
What does that mean? I said either or.
Yes, I've had somebody approach me, but this time they came at a slightly different angle, and I just jumped. They froze the computer.
Now, Sally,
and then up came...
You said you had a guy helping you, somebody locally?
Yes, and somebody that knows you and gave me your number.
Good.
And wanted me to talk to you.
Now, did you get any money taken away?
Yes, some through Home Depot cards, but I hadn't cashed them or given them the numbers.
Good, don't do it.
So I took them back to Home Depot.
Good.
And they are trying to aid me.
Well, you bought the cards, but you didn't turn those cards over.
No.
So you can still use them. How many cards did you buy?
3. They wanted me to buy 9.
Okay, I want to explain something first and foremost to everyone listening. No one will accept gift cards as payment unless you're at the store and you're using those cards, or you're online on Home Depot. No iTunes, no Home Depot, no gift cards ever shall be asked for payment ever from a legitimate source, ever. So if the IRS calls you, or Home Depot calls you, or anyone supposedly calls you and asks for payment, in your case, it was somebody that said they were going to clean your computer, and you said they froze your computer. You probably could have turned your computer off and reset it right then and there, but you fell for it. What I need to know is this. Did you get your computer fixed?
It went into a shop by Dextronics in Parker, and they are the ones that asked me to go ahead and call you because I really, really trust Dana.
Okay, now, did you give them any bank account information at all?
The people that got me online?
Yeah.
No.
Did you give them any credit cards or anything at all?
They wanted me to give them the
gift cards,
card numbers, but I did not.
Okay, so you're just calling me now to let me know that it happened, or is there anything we can help you with specifically?
No, other than I would like other people to be aware of the different ways they get to you.
Now, how did this all begin with you?
My computer froze.
And then what happened? Did a number come on the screen for you to call?
And then it came up
Microsoft, right.
And
now, what were you browsing when you got that message and your computer froze?
I had gone to Amazon to buy a grandson a gift.
And when you went to Amazon, you must have hit a wrong key or something, and that brought you to that freeze.
Yeah, I don't know. I just...
Listen, Paul, Sally, you're not the only one. This happens a lot. This really, really happens a lot. Where people browse a certain site, and I know people who are listening think, oh, it must be just porn sites, or it must just be different kinds of sites. It's not. Any kind of site can give you the illusion that your computer is frozen. And then what you should do is turn your computer off and reboot
And Dana has told me, and I will remember.
Yeah, because they can't really freeze your computer from a website, but you can click into trouble. You can have files, however, encrypted, and it's called ransomware, but I doubt you would be a target for that. So is Dana fixing your computer?
Yes. He called me today. He's had it for 4 days.
And he's cleaning it out. And do you have a laptop or do you have a desktop?
desktop.
And how old is it?
It's about 3.5 years old.
Okay, not terrible. What kind is it?
That is, it's not here in front of me. And at my age, I keep forgetting things.
Where'd you get it? Best Buy?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So listen, that's plenty of computer for the internet, and I'm sure that person who told you to call us will fix that up for you. Don't ever put any personal information on that computer unless you know how to protect it. And by the way, thank you for warning us on this. And
okay, well, that's my whole joy. Is
and make sure you get either money back on those cards, or they should refund them, or just buy whatever you might need from Home Depot with those cards. But I'm so happy. What made you call the local computer store and not go through with the gift card? What made you call them?
They wanted me to go to different Home Depots because Home Depots will only give a certain amount. And when I went from the first one to the second one, I realized this is really, really wrong.
Okay, gotcha.
And then their attitude on the phone was very cutting for somebody my age.
Yeah, that sucks. Thank you very much for calling 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I want to remind you that a lot of people still have storm damage, and Genesis Total Exteriors does all kinds of storm damage on one invoice, one point of contact, GenesisTotalExteriors.com. That means they can do the roof, the gutters, the siding, the windows, the doors, the decks, the railings, everything around they can do on one invoice, GenesisTotalExteriors.com, 303-679-8509.
Hey, I haven't written anything yet.
Well, just tell me what I have, man.
Why are you breaking so early?
Tell me what I have.
Made in the Shade 30.
Can you ask Mark to do these? I got to fix my cameras.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
On their remodeling projects. That's right. We can save you literally thousands of dollars on your new kitchen or bathroom project. Not only do we have the best prices in the country, but we have high-quality, brand-new kitchen and bathroom cabinets in multiple colors and styles, sure to make your home look amazing for a lot less than our competition. Visit our showroom at 560 South LaPan Street in Denver, just 2 blocks south of Alameda on LaPan, or online at buyandbuild.net.
Bigger is not always better. With car accidents, I don't want a giant firm where I'm just a number. That's why I use John Fuller as my accident lawyer on my radio show. I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino, and I know you don't want to be just a number either. So call John Fuller, and you'll notice the difference right away. John handles each and every case. You get his personal cell phone number and attention. Let my accident lawyer be your accident lawyer at myaccidentlawyer.co.
Good morning. Thanks for calling the Tom Martino Show.
John believes each and every client is important, not just the giant cases. He knows.
Sure. What's your
yoga
name?
this morning?
Hold on.
Darren, D-A-R-R-E-N. All right. Well, hang on for me. They'll ask you some questions, and we're coming back.
Made in the Shade, baby. You're looking for those new blinds, maybe room darkeners, shutters, high-tech indoor stuff, outdoor stuff, roller shades, awnings. I think you get the point. You want the best price out there, and you want the people that come out, do all the measurements, do all the installation, and give you the best price. That's Made in the Shade. Check them out at denvershades.co. That's denvershades.co. Or give them a call right now, 720-458-6566. Empower Reverse Mortgage. Mark Massey, I'll tell you why I love this guy. If a reverse mortgage isn't right for you, he's going to tell you. He sells other mortgage properties as well. But if you want to stay in that home that you love so much for the rest of your life, tap into that equity, maybe get a line of credit, help the grandkids out, call up Mark Massey. He'll give you the good, the bad, the ugly, all the info on reverse mortgages, 720-500-7719, or check him out at empowerreverse.com. Did you get the cameras up, Thomas? Is he up?
Your dad said hi.
I'm
on
Mark?
Facebook.
Yes.
So all of a sudden, you know, my USB power port that distributes power continually to the cameras, It's intermittent. I guess they don't last a long time. But anyway, I think I got them up right now. Hold on. All of a sudden, that USB power unit, the distribution block.
I wonder if you took a surge, man.
You know what? I think something happened because everything's. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, we should be up now.
Blow
All right,
something
hold
in
on.
the bedroom, blow a breaker.
I'll be back.
Tom, we can have your problem fixed if you just get us some Home Depot gift cards.
Good, thanks.
Jesus. Oh, dear goodness.
Good morning. Thanks for calling the Tom Martino Show. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
Kyle,
good.
you have the
I
insurance
got
issue
your
with
thing right.
uh,
I'm on the
somebody
radio
calling
right
you.
now,
Got it.
waiting to
All right,
talk
hang
to
on for
Tom
me,
Martino.
and we'll be with you as soon as
Do you guys hear that?
Hang on.
Where the hell did that come from?
I don't know.
Oh, we have a caller.
I can't.
We had a caller lit up. I don't know how that happened. That was a little odd.
It's one thing I can't be blamed for.
No, that's Shannon's fault. We had a caller lit up. He went over the air during commercials, Mark.
How did that happen?
Says, I'm waiting on the phone for Tom Martino.
During the commercials?
Yeah, just now. It's like, where did that come from? And the call was lit up.
All right, I'm Tom Martino. My pretty face is now up on YouTube, or it should be soon. Is the camera working, Mark?
Yeah, we're good, man.
All right, thanks. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I just think it's a plot with Mark because of the gray hair now. And, you know, we're keeping track of it, though. Shannon is keeping track of the lawsuit for me for ageism, but he didn't want me on camera, possibly. Hey, let's go to the phones and solve some problems. Beware. Mark, how many times, Suze, how many times, Shannon, I mean, you guys, we all hear this. How many times have people fallen for gift cards? I mean, at least this woman had a second guess it. But, I mean, no one should call you from the government or from Microsoft or from anywhere and ask for gift cards, ever, ever, ever. In fact, the IRS will never take payment over the phone, ever. Let's talk to Ron. Ron, what's going on with you? Welcome.
Hello?
Hey, Ron, what's going on?
I'm calling. It's mainly an HOA matter.
Okay, well, we've handled HOA matters before. What's the problem?
Oh, good. For the last 4 years, our boilers break down, and then we pay like $6,000 to $8,000 to patch it up.
Now, hold on. Is this a condo?
Yeah, this is a condo.
And is it your boiler or a building boiler?
The building boiler.
Oh, that's important. So for the last 4 years, the shared building, the shared condo building boiler, that's a lot, say that fast. The shared condo building boiler has been screwing up.
Yeah, well, it breaks down. It breaks down at least 1 to 2 times every winter.
So you have
And
hot
last
water
winter,
heat.
Yes.
Okay. Now, how much have you guys been spending on this?
Well, the HOA spends $8,000 to $6,000 every time it breaks down.
Okay.
And the building's 50 years old, and I know a boiler's life is about 50 years.
Well, if it's a 50-year-old boiler, it's sure as hell on its last leg, yeah.
Yes, it is. Well, last year they told us that they couldn't turn the boiler up so we could get sufficient heat.
Okay, so
because
what is the
boiler
issue
might
right
blow
now?
up.
How many units in this building?
It has 110 units.
Okay.
And, I mean, right now, they got the heat running again, but it's only a matter of time before it breaks down again. And what a lot of people are feeling is that they're mismanaging the money. And no one knows where the money's going.
Hold on. You went from boiler to money. Now, how did you get there?
Well, because you would think you would fix the boiler. You wouldn't keep patching it up. You would fix it.
Well, it has to be replaced, Ron.
You'd get a new boiler.
And you know what that's going to cost? What do you think that's going to cost?
I would think it'll probably cost about $100,000
or more.
Way more.
Yeah, it could cost more. I mean, I don't know what a boiler costs. I know it's not going to be cheap, but I know they do about $40,000 a month. But they claim we're always broke.
They're collecting $40,000 a month?
Yeah, they collect. Well, like my unit, I pay $400 a month for HOA fees.
Yeah, but there's a lot more expenses than just that. Listen, are you worried about the boiler? Or are you worried about the whole HOA? I mean, what are we complaining?
Really, I'm worried about the boiler.
Okay, here's what I want to ask you, because it sounds to me like you have a bigger issue. And like you don't know where the money's going. You don't know. First of all, let me ask you a few questions. How many are on the board?
Right now, there's only 4 people on the board.
Well, that's usually what you mean right now. I mean, how many? What's the most they have on the board?
They did have like 6 or 7, but
do they have monthly meetings?
Quit. I didn't hear you.
Do they have monthly meetings?
We haven't had a meeting in 3 months.
Okay, listen. All 110 of you owners are in charge of the HOA, but you elect a board to make day-to-day decisions, okay?
Okay.
Now, do you have a management company?
Yes, we do.
So what you need to do is go from door to door and get enough names saying, we don't like the way things are being run, and we want a special election, or whatever. You need to get a hold of your bylaws and find out the process for examining the books and for having an election, and just get new people in there.
And I agree with you on that, and that's what we've
But you have to do the legwork. It's going to take legwork, but it can be done, and it has to be done according to the bylaws. Now, here's the only danger. Usually with 110 units, you're going to need a quorum for certain things and a quorum for others. A simple majority would simply be more than half, which is like 55, right? More than 55. Then that's for a simple majority. But some rules need more, like 75%.
Yeah, but a boiler, my God, no heat, even if just one person wanted it.
No, I'm not talking about for this. I'm talking about for the budget and for the books and for everything. If you want to get to the bottom of the HOA operation, then you need to look at the bylaws and oust them if you don't trust them. It's that easy. You oust them. However, there is a danger in condo developments that some of these board members, if they've been there a long time, have gathered what's called proxies. And proxies are where people don't give a damn and they let someone vote for them. And it's not unheard of for one person to control an entire building because they have a majority of proxies. That happened over at Pantera Plaza when I was living there. One woman controlled the entire board. She could have new carpeting anywhere she wanted in the building. She picked the colors. She had people hired and fired. She controlled the entire building. So that becomes a nightmare, especially if as part of the proxy, they vote not to have the proxies expire. And they can also vote that members of the condo association are not allowed to have a mailing list. So they cut off your ability to contact the other people. So I don't know how far gone your HOA is. But
pretty much everything you just said is the way they're operating.
Are you sure that one or two people control the proxies?
It's 3 people. There's the president, the secretary, and the treasurer.
Do they control a majority of proxies?
Well, that's it. That's pretty much the whole board right there.
Ron, you're not understanding what I mean. There are 110 votes on that, in that condo development, okay? Now, in order for them to have full and complete power, they would have to control the majority of the 110 votes, not the majority of the board. Do you get what I'm saying?
I understand.
So, at some point, did they go out and send a statement saying, will you let us vote for you by proxy? If so, these individuals that own shares of a condo, they own a condo, can give up their vote. So what you need to find out is who controls the proxies, if anyone. Then people who have given a proxy can take it back. Okay? Ron, you have homework to do, okay? It's not just a simple matter of a boiler. Right now, you have homework. And that is find out who controls the vote. And then change it. But it's going to take you talking to each and every owner or a committee of you. You know, it's a disgusting thing, but it happens all the time in condo life where see, people don't know this secret. They don't know it. They do not understand that proxies control everything. And that can kill you. So I want you to do your homework. Call me back. You can find out. You can ask the management company or the board, and they must tell you that you want to know how many proxies are out and who do they belong to? Who have they been designated to? Okay? Now, sometimes people are so bold, they won't even tell you because they dare you to do something about it. So people, before you move into a building, before you move into a condo, you want to know who controls the association. You could have a runaway management company, or you could have runaway proxies. I'm Tom Martino.
This hour from the Trajan Wealth K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's.
A couple incidents throughout town to occupy your mid-morning commute. Starting on the east end through Aurora, I-225 northbound. Watch out for a crash blocking 2 right lanes at Colfax Avenue. We're seeing stop and go back from Mississippi, about 3 to 5 minutes of delays. I-25 at southbound into downtown, showing speeds in the 40s and 50s between I-70 and Spear Boulevard. Further west and heading through the Jeffco area, Highway 36 westbound after Sheridan, crash off on the right shoulder. Fox 31 at Pinpoint Weather. Next few days skies are pretty warm out there. High of 60 this afternoon. Overnight low of 31. Tomorrow, mostly sunny skies. High 65 and high of 62 on Thursday before snow on Friday. The current temperature in Denver is 51 degrees. With your impact traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Lowe's knows how to save pros time and money. Right now, get up to 40% off vanities. Visit Lowe's in-store or online for more deals. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Valid 11/30 through 12/6 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
All right, I got a question, and my YouTube morons will know the answer right away. Even my morons will know this answer. What do I love about Zero Res? Nothing. Or everything. What I mean is this. They use empowered water only, ZR water, to clean your carpets, alkaline, soft water, and it's the best cleaning agent in all of nature. And right now they have a special. By the way, I mean that. They use less water, and it's more powerful. Your carpets get dry faster, stay clean longer, safe for kids and pets. And here's the special I got emailed today, and you're going to love it. You get 3 rooms for $99, 3 rooms, and you get $75 off of duct cleanings. Tell him you heard it on the Martino Show. Holiday 99 is the code for 3 rooms, $99. Holiday 99. And the code for the duct cleaning, Air 75. So you get great. They do ducts. They do also upholstery and area rugs and tile and grout. So give them a call, 303-471-5150, 303-471-5150. The only people I'll have in my home, ZeroResDenver.com. What you need right now, going into the new year, is make it the year that you do an estate plan. Look, everyone needs some kind of an estate plan, even if it's a simple will. Some people need a trust and a combination of that. Revocable trust, possibly, an irrevocable trust. Then they have to fund the trust. It's not complicated if you use experts like Keel and Park. They're attorneys, and that's the name of their firm, Keel and Park. There's an E on the end of each of those names, Keel and Park. Now, what they'll do is sit down with you and give you a full analysis free of charge of what you need, where you're weak, where you could use some shoring up, and then you decide if you want to go forward. LawKP.com, 970-818-8198, serving the entire metro area, 970-818-8198.
Thank you.
How much time?
3 minutes. You guys ever see that Denzel Washington Equalizer movie thing?
Yeah. It's pretty new, isn't it?
No,
He
it's
has a
not
new
new,
one.
but I think they have a newer one out. They have
Yep.
2 of them.
And I would like to start an operation like that to go help people fix their HOAs.
It's already in your, if you go to your sheets, it's already there.
Susan's all about the biz.
Like where you went to go to the call screener?
Oh, okay. What do I search?
Or like a John Wick kind of thing.
Love those movies.
Oh.
We'll talk later.
It's just between me and you. You're
Okay.
the only one with access to it.
Okay.
So you
This
think
last one was really good. I think it was 4.
Mm-hmm. Although I wish they'd shown him in the movie poster with only 4 fingers on him. Remember? He had to lose one for the...
Right there up to the left.
That's what it should have been, John Wick 4. Awesome.
And it's already listed there. And it's the second tab.
And what's kind of fun is that Keanu Reeves is such a sweet person.
Oh, yes.
And there he is killing 800 Russians with a spork.
He has given so much anonymously.
Yeah. Well, even giving up his seat on the subway to an old lady. Come on.
He pumps, older people's gas when he's at a gas station and, he sees an older lady struggling with it. He'll go over and pump her gas for her. And
Mark and Suze, I keep seeing on Facebook, Ho was Vegas. I think they mean how was Vegas.
they're on the Facebook too. I forget. We gotta look
Or whatever,
over
yeah,
there.
and the all your multiple.
Let me go over to the Facebook.
You guys are streaming on AARP. You're everywhere.
Getting old sucks. I don't even see our video. Let us see.
You know, just a slight change in our outfits here. We could be on OnlyFans.
You mean on YouTube? I don't see any comments on Facebook.
Oh, did I?
You did mean YouTube, right?
Yeah, I'm getting old.
Oh, okay. We are going to Best Buy. Joni's tab crashed. I thought you just bought your mom a tablet. Am I wrong?
All right, here we go.
630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. ProBitEnergy.com for your energy system. Listen to this. For solar systems, this one is a great deal. $21,000 all in for most homes. That's after your tax credits, and that gets you battery backup as well. Yeah, think about that. From a company I know and trust, ProBitEnergy.com, 303-623-1531. All right, time to talk to Darren about a contractor. Darren, welcome. What's going on?
Well, I finally got the certificate of occupancy.
Okay, hold on. You're talking as if we talked before. So you did call before, and you hired a contractor to build a small 2-bedroom home on your land. 1-page contract you had. It didn't spell a lot out, but you had $200,000 you paid him plus another $6,500. During the project, Darren decided to sell this house. The contractor did not like that and said, now that you're selling it, he wants more money. He wants a portion of the profit. Why? Because he said you defrauded him by portraying you were poor. He didn't want you making a profit on this. He gave you special pricing.
That's all correct.
Where do we stand?
And okay, so I haven't officially even decided to sell it. And it
wouldn't matter if you did, Darren.
Well, that's what you said before. So now his threats are still coming across as text messages. This Jim Cope construction character, he's trying to charge me another $1,500. He says for repairs. And he didn't have to make any repairs to get the certificate of occupancy. He simply had to do what the code officer asked him to do, which is run drain lines properly and everything like that.
Darren,
yeah,
you had a 1-page contract. Much of the groundwork is not often included in a custom home contract. What I'm saying is there is a possibility that running these extra drains falls outside of the parameter of a custom home and outside the contract. If that's the case, you would owe more money. If that is the case, I don't know what you included in that contract since it was 1 page. Now explain these drains to me.
Okay, this is just a drain for the condenser unit that's on the heater that's in the crawl space.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, got it.
Yeah. No, this is all just standard stuff that the contractor would have to do if I wasn't even around. So he's simply
how much more does he want?
$1,500.
It's almost not worth arguing about. But anyway, so is he still making noise? Hold on. Is he still making noise about the other stuff, the share of the profits?
Well, right. He's saying that he wants $6,500, and he'll give me the certificate of occupancy, and then but he's still threatening me with the fraudulent inducement.
So he is absolutely saying that he wants more
profit.
than just. But he's threatening in what way?
Well, he keeps trying to push me. His mother is a realtor, so he's trying to push me. He says, "Oh, I have a buyer for the property for $600,000," but then his mother's selling it, and so then he's trying to to push me to sell it to give him more money.
But you're not going to give him more money.
After everything that happened, which you're
not going to give him more money.
I don't want to.
I'd tell him to go to hell.
But I didn't plan on
use those
selling
words.
the house.
I would use specifically those words. That's what I would use. Go to hell.
Well, I'm sorry, Tom. I beat you to that. I've told him that several times, and he's a malignant narcissist, so he doesn't hear anything. But
and why do you care? I'm so confused at this point. Who cares? Is he threatening to lien the property? Is something else going to happen?
Right.
Well, then you'll have your time in court. You'll be able to go in front of the judge and say, I don't owe this money.
Right.
That's a good point, Mark. Good point.
What did Mark say?
He said you're going to have your chance to tell that to a judge.
He says I breached the contract 6 or 8 times.
Is there anything in the contract that says you can't sell that house? Hey, Mark, would you call the guy? Seriously, would you call him?
Sure.
Call him during a break and say to him and find out what's on his mind and ask him where he feels, if he can show us in the contract where it says that. I'd love to hear that. Because this is so crappy. I just don't understand it. I just don't get it. So hang on, man. I'm going to have Mark called in. I'd love to have Mark get on this. Oh, wait. Brad O'Brien. Let me bring up Brad O'Brien. He's our real estate attorney as well. I didn't realize he's on the line. He's on for someone else, but I want to talk to him about this. Brad.
Yes.
Welcome. OLSlaw.com. He's our legal expert when it comes to real estate issues. I'll give you his number in a second here. So, Brad, this guy has a 1-page contract to build a house, 2-bedroom house, on his land, on Darren's land. Darren, was poor-mouthing, the builder said. So the builder gave him special pricing, the builder says. When he found out that Darren might sell it and make a profit, he's now saying, I would have never given you that deal. You misled me. It was fraud in the inducement. Now I want a portion of the sales price. Seriously. And Darren, we're going by your word. There's not one word in that contract that says you're going to keep the house, sell the house, give them a share, or any part of that, right?
Say that again.
Is there any part of the contract that promises a piece of the action?
No, I don't believe so.
What do you mean you don't believe so? That's a pretty damn clear clause. Does it say anything about you selling the house?
No.
Does it say anything about you having to keep the house?
No.
Does it say anything about you being poor and he's giving you special pricing?
No.
Okay, Brad, taking him at his word, he has a standard little 1-page I don't even know, it can't be standard if it's 1 page, but he has a 1-page contract. What generally can a builder say, wait a minute, you're not going to make a profit on this without sharing it with me?
No, but there's another side of the story that we haven't heard yet, the builder's side. And, we might hear a story that the guy alleges that there was a joint venture between the two of them, and there are other facts out there supporting joint venture.
But in real estate, specifically in Colorado, don't all terms and conditions in real estate transactions have to be put in writing or not?
Yeah, that's a statute of fraud. Contracts concerning real estate have to be in writing to be enforceable.
Good.
But a joint venture argument or claim would be above the real estate. It'd be a business type of argument. Wouldn't necessarily be applicable to the statute of frauds.
But there would have to be some kind of memorialization of a joint venture, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. I'm just saying that it's possible that some type of argument or claim like that could be out there.
Okay. Darren, you may want to take that contract and have Brad O'Brien review it. I'm serious, by the way. Now,
okay.
You may want to have Brad maybe make up a settlement agreement for full and final settlement if the guy wants an extra $1,500 for miscellaneous work. It might be the cheapest thing you can do. It depends. It's up to you. Now, we have more coming up with Brad, by the way. His number is 720-370-7388 for all things real estate, olslaw.com.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Levine Law, your Denver personal injury lawyer.
Just like that, we're back to easy driving throughout the Denver Metro as we get closer to the 11 o'clock hour. I-25 north and southbound showing highway speeds for the most part. One exception on the south end of town. We are seeing some congestion around Yale Avenue. No word of an accident. We will keep you updated. Up on the northeast end of town, I-270 eastbound. Some road work around Quebec Street has some slow driving, but nothing too dramatic out there. I-70 east and westbound flowing free to and from DIA. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, mostly sunny skies. We're going to see a warm next couple days. High 60 this afternoon. Overnight low of 31. Tomorrow mostly sunny, high 65. Thursday, high 62 before snow on Friday. The current temperature in Denver is 58 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 K-House.
If you're hurt at the scene, call me, Jordan Levine. I'll tell you what your car accident case is worth for free. 303-333-8000. Don't trust the insurance adjuster to tell you. Levine Law, 303-333-8000.
I'm going to tell you that this is a promotion that you don't hear often, and it's wonderful from RenewHomeInnovations.com. Those beautiful custom showers that you make, those big rectangle showers, perimeter drains, no thresholds, beautiful stone walls that need absolutely no maintenance, and it's just wonderful, okay? They're custom made in 2 or 3 days, 72 months to pay no interest. However, in this package, listen to this, $79.95 for your installation of select showers through the end of December. Call them for the special $79.95 all in. You will absolutely love it. You can also enter to win a free shower for the month of December. 303-904-2000. 303-904-2000.
Thank you.
And you know why I did that.
I do know.
Thank you. We're on the same page.
But not in
Hey
the
Jim,
same
it's
book.
Marc Mager with the
my
Tom Martino
My book
Show.
is
How
a
are you?
pop-up.
Pretty good. Hey, we got a guy on the line right now.
Tom, we were just talking about this Jeffco school situation with kids on a field trip, staying overnight in a hotel.
Yeah. So he's
an
he's got
11-year-old
one side of the
girl
story.
gets
We're just trying to figure
assigned
out what the other
a
side is.
bedmate.
He's basically saying you're
not a
twisting
roommate,
his
a
arm for more money
bedmate.
or something along those
Who's
boy?
a little feller identifies as a girl.
He's a...
Yep.
What would
So
you...
she
I would
gets in-
kick his... Well, no, I would kick the
And I
school's
know.
ass.
Yeah, the Alliance Defending Freedom is fixing to do that right now. But my 11-year-old gets in bed and this other girl turns out to have a kickstand. We got trouble.
Damn it. The humanity of it all.
Yep.
The humanity.
I mean, it's one thing if you're planning that, between consenting children, but I recall some skinny dipping at that age up in Michigan that might have.
I don't know if the kids, maybe they're not as devious nowadays, but if this happened when I was growing up, there'd be all kinds of cross-identifying.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you had Little Richard. I had Boy George. It's not like we didn't know.
No, I mean,
weirdos.
I'd be identifying to get in their dorms.
Hell yeah. Well, although I did pretty good identifying as a boy getting into places.
I am so tired of trash that you buy. Trash.
Okay.
Hey, Kelly.
Yeah.
Did you see that email to get that Hillary girl back on? I'm tired of the back and forth. She sent her phone number, so whenever you get a free line, we'll figure it out once and for all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is this an outbound from somewhere?
Yeah, it's the one that called about her baby's dad was murdered, and we were going to give her some money.
That's right, yeah.
And then when I asked you and Mark about it, Mark said, I don't think so, and you never answered.
I did put the word out, but we got nothing here, sister.
But we did have an anonymous donor who gave her like
$600.
Yeah, $600.
She said you promised to pay her rent.
No, I did
for
not
$1,600, and so I just said to Kelly, get her back on so we can sort it.
Good morning. Thanks for calling the Tom Martino Show.
She just picked up your line.
Oh, hey, Joe. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that it was you. Hold on.
Hey, you there? Okay. You know what? Let's do this, man. He's been on just kind of bad-mouthing you. Let me just have you come on and tell your side, man. I mean, it sounds legit. Is that cool? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though, but I'd rather everybody hear it because he's given just a completely different side. So hold tight. Hold on, man.
I'll go right to him, Mark.
Yep, just hold on. We're going to get you right on. Hold on.
So who do we have? Joe on 6 and
His
not...
owner, whatever you put up, that's him,
Yep.
Kelly.
8?
Yep, on 8.
Okay, so it's not Joe. It is Jim.
Oh, did you talk to him and you thought I was Keanu?
I did because he's got an 11:15 live.
That's funny.
When he usually calls
now,
up.
And is that still O'Brien?
He hooked up an illegal
Yep.
gas meter.
He's got
and he
lines
did this
too.
and he did that, and we bought him steaks. We bought him steaks. He was living on the property in a trailer. I mean, it's a whole fucking thing.
There's always.
Ouch.
But none of that has anything to do with him selling the fucking property, you moron.
I like to. He tried to hook up a 1971 gas meter to the house.
Are you saying I can park a trailer on your place?
I don't know
What'd
if
you
the
say?
guy's full of shit, but
Mark, are you saying I can come down and park a trailer on your place? What?
Fees do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
Denver's talk station. Online at khout.com.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Okay, so Mark gave a call to that contractor. So Darren says he had this contractor build a 2-bedroom house, Jim Cope Construction. And he said now the contractor is upset with him because he may sell the house. He's not sure, but he may. And as a result, Jim is saying, well, I want a portion of the profit if you sell that house because it was fraud in the inducement, according to Darren. That's what Jim is threatening. And I have no idea how Jim could take a contract to build a house and turn that into additional conditions unless it's in the contract. But we'll ask Jim. Hi, Jim. What do you say about that?
Hi, Tom. How you doing?
Good, man.
Okay, so let me. I'm a 5-star company. I've been on Fox 31, Channel 7, and I am a contractor known for doing stuff to help people out. Darren came to me with a sad story that he was indigent. He didn't have any money. All he had was $200,000 that he inherited from an uncle. And he begged me to build him a house. He said nobody else would do it.
Jim, I don't doubt that. I want to ask this, but do you have in the contract any kind of wording that says if he sells the house, he has to pay you more?
No. But there is a term called fraudulent inducement of a contract, which says if somebody tricks you into signing a contract under false pretenses only to make money, then that's a legal case.
Brad O'Brien happens to be an attorney. Brad, have you ever heard of such nonsense? Fraud in the inducement to make money?
Sounds like a stretch, but I'm not a judge.
Listen, Jim, I want you to hold on. I don't know if you're representing yourself properly or not. You're saying that it was fraud because he cried poor mouth? I cry poor mouth every time I sign a contract. I'd like somebody to say, Tom, you could have paid more for that car. Tom, you could have paid more for that house. Tom, you could have paid more for this. Tom, you could have paid more for that. I mean, I want to help you out here and give your side of the story, but I've never heard of anything more ridiculous. Brad O'Brien just said, well, I'm not the judge. Come on. You're going to go before a judge and say, well, he said he was poor, so I gave him special pricing. Now I want more money.
I get it.
Awesome.
Oh, you can use that?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. You saw the 2 tabs?
I haven't looked through it.
Hey,
Okay.
you know what? Have you, Mark?
We sound like a dog with a cleft palate. Mark. Scott, if you can hear, please pass on to Mark. We'd like to talk to Mark.
Yes.
Thank you. God.
Mark, have you ever heard Brad ever take a stand on anything?
Well, it's very similar to
Don't
most
ask him
attorneys,
about
though.
Palestine.
I mean, for real, John Fuller does it. They all do it.
Come on, man. I mean, does this sound like frauding the inducement to you, for God's sakes?
Come
on.
No, but I hate to say this. I don't know much about this story. You took this call when we weren't in.
All right.
Which one?
What? This guy's basically, I don't know how he builds a house for $200,000.
Mark, here's what he said. He wants to build a house. He hires this guy. The guy he has a 1-page contract. The guy built him a house. Then the guy says, I might sell the house. He said, well, you told me you were building it for yourself. You didn't have a lot of money. I gave you special pricing. If you sell it, I want a piece of the profit.
Yeah, well, what he was bringing up to me is this guy was trying to do stuff to the property like install, I don't know why he said this, but a 1971 gas meter.
But who gives a shit? None of that counts.
Well, I don't know, man. I have no idea. Did we actually ever see the contract?
No, I didn't see the contract. But even the builder just said the contract does not say that he gets a share of the profit.
No, but did he possibly go over on budget? Does it allow for that? Does it have a dollar amount?
Mark, the guy said he went $1,500 over, which Darren is willing to pay. But he wants $1,500 plus a share of the profit.
I'd love to see the contract. How come we haven't seen it? Let me ask this guy if he's got it. Hey, hold on a sec, man. What line's the caller on?
Top 8. Number 1. Oh. Line 1.
Hey, Darren, do you have a copy of that contract, bro? Yes, I do. Can you send it over to us like right now, man? Email it or text it or what? How do you want to get it to us? All right, hold on. Do you know where to send it or no? Send it to help. Can you email it? Or do you got to text it? All right, hold on. Have Kelly tell him where to text it.
She gets back. Oh, I can tell him. Mm-hmm. Which line was he on?
1. Line 1.
He's on 1.
Hey, let me give you that phone number to text. You ready? 720 507
So I don't want you to change who you are.
6960.
Where are you getting water from?
That kitchenette machine.
You don't do
Okay, thank you. Hang on, we're looking for it.
I save that mostly for guests and it's just easier. I like the ice because
it's almost like Sonic.
It's good.
Yep.
Hey, Jim, are you asking him just for more money, or where does it stand in your mind? Then we're going to have you right back up. But I'm curious, what does he want to do or not do? Okay. Okay. Did they arrest him? But where does this tie back into selling the house and splitting the profit or paying you? I mean, I get it. The guy's a drunk. Yeah. But what does that matter? Did he pay for that stuff yet? Okay.
Good morning. Thanks for calling the Tom Martino Show. Hi. I'm good, thanks. All right, hang on for me, and you'll be up at the break, okay? Hold on.
Sure. Has he paid for it yet? Yeah, okay. Okay. But okay, perfect. Hold on. All right, hold on. That's where you need to go with this, though, man. I mean, I dig. All right, hold on. Hold on, though. I want people to hear that. Hold on, man. We're coming back up. Jesus, these two are meant for each other.
Yeah, sounds like coaching the witness.
Holy shit. This thing went into insanity. I'll tell you right now, there's cops involved, there's hookers, there's drugs.
Yeah, but what about contract?
I don't.
No contract.
When we finally get to the end, none of it's going to matter.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Welcome to the show. Okay, so I want to go to this because I want to give this contractor his say because he is a 5-star company. Now, there are 10 reviews online. Out of 10 reviews, he's 5 stars. And there's nothing bad online about this guy at all. Nothing. There's nothing bad about Jim Cope Construction. Okay? And I'm not saying he's a bad guy. What I'm saying is it's highly unusual what Darren says he's doing. Darren said he built a 2-bedroom house with this guy. Darren says that he has a 1-page contract. Darren was thinking about selling the house, and he said the contractor got upset and said, if you sell this house, I'm going to sue you for fraud because I gave you special pricing. Now, I looked up fraud in the inducement. Through the whole break, I was reading case after case after case. Fraud in the inducement basically boils down to this. You intentionally make false statements that the others rely on and sign a contract accordingly. So they basically, a person tricks another person into signing an agreement to their disadvantage. So I know, by the way, this contractor has a lot of things to say. Off the air, we talked to him. A lot of things to say about Darren, about what he did wrong during the construction. You know, staying in the house and doing illegal stuff and all this. But that has nothing to do with the issue at hand. The issue at hand is this. If Darren sells that house and makes a profit, will Jim Cope Construction say, wait a minute, I didn't charge you enough for that house. I want more. Jim, go ahead.
Okay, that's not what I'm about, Tom, just so you understand. That isn't what it's about. I'm a godly person. He come at me in a godly way, saying he had a wife. She had bad knees. She couldn't walk good. He was indigent. He just inherited this money. He needed a house really bad. And so I listened to his story, and I said, man, it's going to be hard for me to build you a house. I mean, the house this size should cost $300,000. I told him that. I said, you want me to build a house for $200,000 to help you out? And I said, it ain't going to be easy. It's going to take a long time. I got to work with the supply chains. I got to work with trying to find materials. I got to work with my subcontractors to try to get them to do things for less money to get this done. I'm about $24,000 out of my pocket into this place for him. Now, in the course of the time, there was an old gas meter, 1971 gas meter. I told him, I said, listen, you need to get a new gas meter in our house. We got a new furnace in. I got to get heat in here because I got water lines in and things like that. He tried to hook up the 1971 gas meter.
That has nothing to do with this, though, Darren. So, Jim,
wait.
but keep going. Keep going.
Right. So, anyway, I had to have he could have got arrested for messing with a public utility, but I had XL come and jerk the meter, and then it took them another 2.5 weeks before they got the meter. That held the job up like 2.5 months to get heat in the house. Then he kept sleeping in the house before we got the CO. I told him you can't do this.
So, Jim, I get it. He's a bad customer. And by the way, I do believe you, okay? He might be a pain in the ass. I guess what I'm asking, and I can see, I can actually see where you might feel screwed. You're saying, wait a minute, I did this guy a special favor. If he turns around and makes $100,000 on this house, I feel screwed. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no. I'm saying this is what I agreed to him with. Let me finish what I'm saying, and I'll tell you what I've agreed to. And I've already texted him and told him that and tried to tell him on the phone. Here's the issue. I really do believe that the guy fraudulently got me to do this house for $200,000 when it should have been $300,000 in order for him to make a profit. I truly believe that. And not saying that I'm going to carry through with looking into it, but I've talked to my attorneys about it and how things.
You know, Jim, you could be right. Keep going. You could be right.
Right, and I'm prepared not to do that because I don't want to lock him out of a house. But he's like so imperative. I got to have this house done. I got to move in. I need a place to live. So he keeps sleeping in the house. 2 Mondays ago, just before the Monday before Thanksgiving, he's texting me. I'm having dinner at night. He's texting me crazy out of his mind, saying stuff, and I'm getting ready to call for the final inspection to get the CO. And I think something's going on, so I told my wife I'm going to go over there and see what's going on. I drive by the house. There's a little tiny light inside the house, so I go over to the Lockwood Police Department. I talk to an officer. We go over there. They try to talk to him, and he's in the house, you know. And he's like trying to throw a piece of plywood at the officer, and then he dropped that, and then he ran in the back, and another officer came, and a third officer came, and they were just trying to talk to him. He was out of his mind, and they ended up arresting him for second-degree trespassing. He hit one of the cops. He got it for second-degree assault. He got obstruction of a police officer, and he got resisting arrest. He ended up going to jail. And the building department, and this is after the building department, the senior building official came out and posted the house and told him he had refrigerators and all kinds of stuff in the garage, and they told him, get all this stuff out.
You told me this had something to do with your deal, but I'm listening, man, and I'm waiting.
Right. So here's the deal. So I'm over here at night dealing with the cops and trying to keep him in and out of the house. He's got his dogs in the house. There's footprints on the walls. I've got to clean all this mess up. We finally get him out of there. He got arrested. He hasn't been back, which was a good thing because I finally got to get the thing done. I had to go in and do these repairs.
Keep going, man.
I went into the house. Yeah. I went in the house that night with the officer because he wanted to go in the house after they arrested him. There's a big bong on the counter with a bunch of weed, a bunch of local beer, a backpack, all kinds of stuff. Now, let me get you to understand this, Tom. I went out because I felt bad for this guy, and I went out and I bought him a $500 electric range to put in here so that he had something to cook on when he got the house, when I got the CO. The guy didn't even say thank you. He got I did that Monday, and that Monday night is when he got arrested. The other thing is
what does this have to do with your contractual arrangement?
Right. Well, the contractual arrangement was I talked to him about this, and then he's talking to us about how he's got to live in the house and he got to get his wife in there and everything. And then all of a sudden he's slipping his mind here and saying, we're going to sell the house. And I was like, listen, man, I'm $24,000 out of my pocket into this place. If you're going to sell this house and you make any profit, it's only right that you should pay me back what I've got into it because I did this to help you. And I believe that you just lied to me in order to try to make a big profit.
Okay.
Now, he owes me $5,000 on the contract. Now, I had to go in. He cut the line from the furnace, the condensation line. He cut the line from the furnace and stuck it in a 5-gallon bucket. I didn't even know he did that. And another water line he tapped into to put to a back hydrant in the back.
Can you just tell me what you want? What do you expect from him right now?
Right now, I told him, you got $5,000 you owe me. I want another $1,500 for the other stuff that I had to do to get this thing passed, to go in and do the repairs where you went in and cut the line, and I had to clean the walls, clean up your mess, and the bong and the pot, and meet with the cops.
Oh, my
and do all this
God.
stuff.
Would you get to it, bro? Get to it.
He gives me $6,500 in cash or a cashier's check. I'll give him the CO, and then he can do what he wants.
Okay. Now,
if he wants to sell it, he can sell it. But the only right thing to do is that if he did do this and he intended to do this from the get-go is to get me to build this house for $200,000 at $100,000 at least less than what it should have been. And if he does sell this house and tries to get $600,000 off of it, he's going to make all this profit, and he used me to do it.
And by the way, those claims are not so outlandish once I'm looking on other claims where people say that they were talked into doing something cheaper. But here's what I want to ask, though. I want to ask Darren. Darren, do you acknowledge, I don't want stories, by the way, Darren, and you don't have to defend yourself because I don't care if you smoke pot, and I don't care about any of that. I want to know this. Do you acknowledge that you owe the $5,000? Forget the extra $1,500. Do you acknowledge you owe the $5,000?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I think the extra $1,500 doesn't sound unreasonable to me.
Okay, Tom. He failed to mention that he took pictures of my bank statements.
I don't care. That has nothing to do with the issue. Just like I told him, that other stuff has nothing to do with the issue.
You're right, Tom. The bank statement showed that was left on the counter. The police officer taken out of his backpack that was left in the house had a bank statement that showed he had almost $18,000.
All right, listen.
And here we are.
It doesn't matter, either of you. I'm asking, are you willing to pay that extra $1,500 on top of the $5,000, Darren?
Here's the point. I bought him a range. I gave him money to feed, to eat, because he said he was broke.
$1,500.
I'm asking again. I'm going to ask one more time. Are you willing to pay that extra money?
Yes, but not sign anything else.
What do you mean sign anything else? He said that's all he cares about is getting the $5,000 and the extra $1,500, and that doesn't sound unreasonable.
But then he's still not allowing me to sell the house that I no longer want to be in.
I don't know if I heard that or not. Let me get it straight, because I believe in just saying it like it is. Jim, if he gives you the $6,500 and later on sells that house, are you going to come after him?
No, I'm not going to come after him. If he gives me the $6,500, then I'm going to let it go, and I'll let God deal with his conscience if he's done this on his own accord and he's done it fraudulently. I'll let God deal with it.
Okay, so did you get that, Darren?
Yep.
And Darren, I don't know what you said to him. He doesn't sound like a bad guy to me. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'd like Brad O'Brien Legal Services. Listen, I know Brad's going to say, well, it's got to go to court. But I just want his impression. I want his gut. Brian, after talking to this guy, you know, it doesn't sound like he's a fly, but it doesn't sound like he's making it up out of sheer nonsense. I mean, if he was talked into doing this at an extra special deal, that could be fraud. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, aside from the legal issues, if someone offers to get you out of the situation for $1,500, that's a fraction of the attorney fees you'd have to spend fighting it.
Okay. So practical wise, get out of it. Yes, but what's your overall impression of the deal?
Well, fraud in the inducement can undo a written contract because fraud in the inducement is something that talks about facts that occurred before the contract was signed.
Okay.
That can undo a fully signed contract.
Okay. And fraud in the inducement, even though I've never heard one like this, I guess when you hear him talk, you can see why he feels that way. I don't know.
Well, I think the builder here has stated a colorable claim, which means something more than frivolous.
Right.
And so, yeah.
Yeah, it is not frivolous for sure. Not in my opinion,
Only
from what I hear. But I mean, I'm not an attorney on this. But thank you for weighing in on that, Brad O'Brien, O'Brien Legal Services. And that's it. Now we're going to come back, and I want Brad to weigh in on another case that we have him for on a tenant-landlord issue coming right up.
Yay.
Jeez.
Brace yourself for the ultimate holiday deal with Consumer Cellular. Snag an incredible 50% off the Iris Flip when you buy before December 17th, making it only $34.50. The Iris Flip is all the phone and camera you need with a user-friendly design, the perfect flip phone companion. Plus, you'll get nationwide coverage and always free activation. Score 50% off when you use promo code RADIO50. Head over to consumercellular.com and use promo code RADIO50 during checkout to score this deal.
So if you are looking for safe, secure investments, I want to tell you about Joe Ciano, and he has guaranteed investments, and one of those things he does is avoid pitfalls of retirement. What are some of those pitfalls, Joe?
Well, Tom, I've been meeting a lot of people lately that really have totally been unaware of the pitfalls of retirement planning. One of them, just happens to be one of your. Two of them happens to be one of your listeners. Basically, number one, he had a pension, and he's single. Right, this guy is single. He retired, and he chose to get what they call the 100% payout. But the pitfall is that if he were to die the next day, that company would keep all the money. And he says, I don't want to do that. I want to be able to pass it on to my brother. Even though I'm not married, I want to pass it on to my brother. I want to pass it on to my beneficiary. People don't understand that if they take the 100% payout and they pass away the very next day, the company stops the pension checks. So if somebody has a pension and they take the 100% payout, and they die the next day, the company will keep the money. And this is why this gentleman, your listener, Tom, came to us, and he changed his pension to the guaranteed annuity that we have because it offers the beneficiary designation to pass it on to his next of kin.
Wow.
And then
incredible.
another person, incredible. And another person came in actually yesterday, another one of your listeners, okay? And he said that he knew somebody from his family that had a 401k and in the market, and he's 80 years old, and the 401k ran out of money. Think about that. because of the stock market volatility. The 401k ran out of money, so there was no more income stream coming out of the 401k.
Well,
Now-
Joe, I appreciate the information, and I want people to call you to get more of that information at 303-779-6600. He is aware of the pitfalls and wants to help you. So if you buy a product to guarantee income and guarantee returns and guarantee all of this, you also want to guarantee that you get to keep the money and none of it's left at the table. That's 303-779-6600. Let's talk about another kind of guarantee, and that is the guarantee of the best health insurance for your situation. That's IntegraInsurance.com. Why do I say that? Because Integra Insurance is the kind of company that doesn't charge you extra. You're not going to save going direct to an insurance company. So during open enrollment, finding health insurance, they will help make health insurance simple and smart. So please avail yourself of their services. They'll go on or off the exchange, and they can help you even with Medicare supplements. Whatever you need, they can do. 303-466-5500. 303-466-5500. Now, while we're on the topic of all of this financial security, what about a comprehensive financial plan with not only the income element, but long-term care? Let's talk about estate planning and all of this. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies, they quarterback retirement plans. Now, they don't do it all, but they help you coordinate everything, and they do help you with investments, with retirement, with income, with all of the elements you need to make retirement secure. Now, they have meetings that they can have with you, and they will gladly go over what they do, what it costs you, and how much it saves you. rpcenter.com. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. They'll meet as many times as it takes for you to feel comfortable with no obligation. So call them 970-663-3211. rpcenter.com.
And those back to back, you know what I mean?
Should I start doing that from now on?
Yeah. They're coded they should be coded the exact same.
Tom, are you there?
I'm here. Why? What did you want?
You're right. We've talked about it before. I shouldn't become the banker.
I know, but you know what? I wasn't going to. I was too late to have you change things.
Okay.
I mean, I think I separated them, and I gave different aspects of what they do.
I'm happy to switch them up from now on if they appear like that again.
Yeah, traffic doesn't have them labeled right, or somebody. Continuity, I don't know who it is.
They definitely show up together often.
Yeah.
Maybe they're labeled as needing to run together. Well, sorry, we only have 30 seconds after all of that. Here we come.
Yeah.
Well, that's good, and we'll get back to Ryan O'Brad.
So I went to look up my camera to see on Amazon how many watts it is, and they told me not only can I not see it, they're taken off. They were removed from Amazon.
Oh, the cameras are off Amazon?
No, the ones that I bought.
I wonder why.
The merchant has been removed.
Here you go.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. All right. Now, Brad O'Brien, thank you very much. Here's what there was a law that Paula cited, CRS 38-12-509, which has nothing to do with what she thinks it does. I looked it up, and I don't know, did you have a chance to look at it, Brad? Did anyone tell you what this was about?
It's under the warranty of habitability statutes.
Right. Well, she claimed that she was able to make improvements to her place, and he has to give her credit toward the rent, absent of an agreement. She paid around $2,000 for home improvements in her apartment, Now the landlord won't reimburse her. She withheld rent. He's evicting her. What am I missing, Paula? Can you add some details?
Okay. There's many different aspects to this case that I haven't even stated, but it also has to do with Section 8. I was approved for Section 8, and I had to do the repairs, and that's why I had to ask him approval for the repairs because it wouldn't pass inspection.
Okay, but did you ask him if you could get rent credit for those repairs?
Right. He agreed for me to do these repairs, and
did he agree that he would give you? I'm not asking if he gave you permission to do them.
Yes.
I am asking, did he say, Paula, I will give you credit on rent for the repairs?
Yes, in emails and texts.
Okay, so you have an email that says, if you do $2,000 in repairs, I will give you credit.
Well, what happened was I showed him the damages of what needed to be repaired because the countertops were falling off pieces where the tiles were cutting our feet in the because they were big, huge, cracked ceramic tiles in the kitchen. There was holes in the linoleum floor.
Okay, so you're still not answering the question, but keep going. You showed him all the damage, then what?
Okay, yes. I sent him pictures of the prices and the product of what I was going to put in, and that's how he approved it, the reimbursement, and he approved the price.
And the price came to $2,000?
It actually came out to more than that.
Okay.
Like,
do you have those? Do you have the email where he said, yes, go ahead and do it, and you'll get credit?
I have emails and I have texts. And
well, can you send us some of the emails where just one email where he said, Paula, go ahead and do the repairs and we'll give you credit?
Okay.
That would be good.
I would have to look through those, yes.
Now, go ahead.
Also, he had offered to renew my lease after this month, and then he reneged after I asked him about it just completed.
Oh, the lease is up.
And that, yes, so...
But also, hold on, she did not pay rent for October and... Wait, what rent did you withhold?
Just November.
I'm sorry.
November.
And December, right?
And this month, because now we're going to court, so I don't know what's going to happen, but I probably will end up paying him just because whatever I need to do legally and responsibly, how to, combat this, I want to do it in the right manner.
Well, you've got two different things. I mean, Brad, chime in, but one, the $2,000 needs to be handled. However, maybe a judge decides that, but I don't know if you can still live there if he wants to not renew your lease.
Right, and he offered me a new lease, and we talked extensively in emails and texts about the housing inspection for Section 8, and he offered me a new lease after this lease was up, and was going to do the housing inspection.
No. All I'm saying, Brad, am I correct? If the landlord changed his mind and does not want to do a new lease and her term's up, he can change his mind, right?
But there's a Section 8 housing law that he can, I think it's due to the fact that it's Section 8, and they have a new law on that landlords can no longer refuse because of that reason.
Because of what?
Correct?
Because of what?
Just because the person has Section 8.
Okay, hold on. Let's talk to Brad O'Brien because you're quoting all kinds of laws and stuff. I want to know something, though. Did he say we're not renewing your lease and you have to pay me?
No. Well, he did after I asked for the credit.
But does he want, when you leave, is he going to come after you for October's rent or for November's rent?
No, but now,
so in essence, what Mark is saying has some validity. What the landlord seems to be saying is this: all right, you can get away with November, fine. You did the repairs.
No, he isn't.
What's that?
He stated he wants me to pay. He sent me a text after I spoke with you yesterday, and it's really outrageous. He says that I built a firewall. I don't even know what that is. He said that I restructured this place. I've not built onto this place or nothing like that.
Paula,
or
is he
taken away
asking
from
for the $2,000? You have a remarkable way of not answering a question. Is he asking for you to pay November's rent and still be evicted?
Yes.
Okay, so he's asking for $2,000, or how much?
$1,800 a month.
Okay, he's asking for
November
$1,800, and when is the lease up?
It is up. Now it's up.
When was it up?
When he filed.
When was it up?
It was up in November.
Okay.
November 30th.
Okay. All right.
Can I bring this up just real quick, Tom? I want to point out the stuff she was talking about. I have never heard of a tenant paying for new countertops and new flooring into a house. This is the craziest story ever.
No,
it's not like
of course
a furnace.
not. But she claims
Or a
it was for
water
him,
heater.
and he was
It's
going
a countertop.
He was going to give her credit, though. She's saying that she had to get it done for Section 8, and then he was going to give her credit.
It was because he has 23 properties and he's very busy.
No, I get it. I get it. He said, "Go ahead and do it, and I will give you credit."
Yeah. And it goes more than just countertops and flooring. I mean, this guy charged me. He refused to do the countertops because he said he was.
All right, my bad. I got her talking again. Brad, what do you think?
Brad, what do you think? Put her on hold if we have to, please, because she just goes on and on. I just need to know, Brad. On the surface, what does this sound like?
Well, if she has an email from the landlord saying that she can do some work, some specific work, and then she can withhold the cost of that from the next rent for a rent credit, okay, that's enforceable as a matter of contract. Now, she's recited this statute under the warranty of habitability statutes about landlord retaliation. I'm not hearing about landlord retaliation right now. What I'm hearing is that her lease is up, and a landlord, like any landlord, has the right to not renew a lease. It doesn't sound retaliatory to me. And at the renewal time is when the landlord has the opportunity to raise the rent as well.
Now, but she's saying he's not allowed not to renew it.
Because of Section 8?
Yes.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know about Section 8 limitations about raising rent.
Okay. Paula, do you have another place to live?
No, but I'm searching for one.
It doesn't sound like you're being unreasonable. If you wanted to be reimbursed for work you did on that place, I think we should have somebody call this landlord. I really do. Let's. Can
I tell you a few other things first? He is saying he's not going to credit me because I was brought in as a guest of the prior tenant. And that I didn't go through the normal application process with him. I'm not responsible for that. He foregone that because he needed a tenant to sign a lease stating they were there.
Paula, did you sign a lease or did you move in on that other lease?
As well.
No, Paula, please, Paula. If you don't answer this question, I'm going to hang up. Did you ever sign a lease?
Yes, 3.
Okay.
4 leases.
All right. So you were there for 3 years?
3.5 years, but I was not here for the time that he filed for EREP in the beginning, before I lived here. He needed a tenant, and he asked me to sign that.
Okay.
And
got it. Okay. So, Paula, I think we should call the landlord and ask why he's evicting you. And if he says it's for non-payment of rent, we'll show him the email that says he'll give you rent credit for what you did. Let's just call and find out. Is Deputy Doc around? Who's in the studio? Dollar. I see Dollar there. Dollar. Let's give him a call and see what he says. Let's just do that. 303-713-8255. By the way, O'Brien Legal Services, thank you so much for being here, Brad. Real estate issues, 720-370-7388. More coming up.
This hour from the Trajan Wealth K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com.
Starting south of town through Castle Rock, I-25 southbound approaching Happy Canyon Road. That's exit 187. A crash in the left lane. Into Denver and heading west, I-70 westbound. Watch out for emergency road construction blocking 2 right lanes between 32nd and Youngfield and exit 261 for 6th Avenue. We're seeing about 20 minutes of delayed driving through the area. Otherwise, a pretty standard drive throughout the Denver Metro. Fox 31, pinpoint weather. Mostly sunny skies. We're seeing warm temps the next couple days. High 60 this afternoon. Overnight low of 31. Tomorrow high 65, nice and warm. Thursday high 62 before snow on Friday. The current temperature in Denver is 58 degrees. With your impact traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Halloween is over, but hiring is still scary. Indeed's end-to-end solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Sponsor a job and instantly receive a short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
American Restoration 24/7. I'm going to tell you how to contact them, and you want to put that name and number away, and I'll tell you why. If you ever have a property catastrophe, a broken pipe, a flood, a fire, ash from neighbors, or any kind of unattended death, crime, meth labs in a rental, man, I'll tell you, it goes on and on and on what can happen to a property. And American Restoration should be your first call. Yes, you don't need your insurance to approve them. You need to call who you want. And that's American Restoration, because there are a lot of ripoffs in this business. AmRest247.com, AmRest247.com. Rock and his team have the EPA certifications, knowledge, know-how, experience to get the job done right. 8337-AMREST. 8337-AMREST. Now, when it comes to getting paid on a personal injury, we have learned a lot from John Fuller, our accident expert. In fact, my accident lawyer here on the show can be your accident lawyer at myaccidentlawyer.co. myaccidentlawyer.co. John Fuller says, you know what? You have to protect yourself by carrying the right insurance, underinsured and uninsured. You can't wait for someone else to have insurance that will help you. They may not have enough insurance, but he will look at all sources to get paid, and he will help you ultimately get the most for your claim. Call him. He works directly with you. There's no call centers. There's no intake counselor. He will talk to you. If you guys decide it's a good fit, he works on a percentage fee basis, and he has pledged to take only the number of cases that he can work personally. You get his personal cell phone as well to call or text at any time for follow-ups. 303-597-4500, 597-4500.
You.
Mark, my God. I found out what happened to my camera.
Look, that I didn't. No, the answer is no, I didn't.
It says
Mark?
station.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
Mark, I found out why all my cameras went out.
Why?
Okay.
And the laptop.
I'm going to tell us. No, the laptop. Oh, no, that laptop was because it was taking an update and we had a power hit or something. But anyway, I'll tell you what happened. During the I went to the Container Store and I bought some stuff for these drawers behind me to organize stuff. And while I was organizing stuff, I see a remote in there. And I say, I don't remember having this remote, and I wanted to see if it worked on the TV, so I took it out and started clicking it. It was the remote for the cameras. Anyway, that's it.
Do you have a label maker?
And the way I found that out is I went and looked up this camera because I wanted to see about power requirements on the USB. And as soon as I did, I saw that remote.
Great.
But that's funny.
That's
I
funny.
turned them all off.
Awesome.
And you're sure you didn't?
Yeah, I'm positive I did.
I need to call Nicole then.
I tell you what, this Paula sounds pretty
Are you
handy.
sure that's not
She's
the
still looking for a place.
ATM? Remember, we got exactly 5 out of that.
We got that out of my personal.
Oh, okay. I don't know then.
Yeah. Call Nicole right now.
What's funny is I found this camera at Walmart.com.
Yeah.
And it says, I don't know, this Fake Spot must be some kind of extension I have on my browser. But Fake Spot pops up and says that this seller has a lot of negative feedback and could be fraudulent. And I love these cameras.
They're probably just feeding stuff right back to their headquarters.
Uh-oh. This even has night vision. You think they're watching me here at night?
Well, you better put on a show.
You know, that remote, that's funny. I start clicking that remote and all the cameras went off and I didn't even put it together.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
We really need to go to Kyle on line 3. He's been holding since 10:20.
Okay, I got to give him a cookie or something. Do we have something we can give him?
Well, he's got a pretty good story.
Just joking, sister. Well, okay, good.
She really doesn't have much of a sense of humor today.
Yeah, I know. Who,
But
me?
You did have a check,
Kelly.
but you did not.
What do you mean?
Definitely did not
A little
cash.
stiff.
You're a weirdo.
No.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you wouldn't have cashed it for that amount anyway. I mean, you had a.
Both
Is there
of
no
these
longer a
stories
check
are
in your
very
wallet?
good.
Mark,
it's
do
in
you
my wallet.
usually have to ask your kids about missing money? Is this a
You want to
regular
double
thing?
check? I mean, if someone's cashed a check on your account.
Okay.
Here we go.
He never sounded so good. 630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. Let's go to Kyle. And Kyle, my apologies to you. And tell me what is going on with your homeowner's insurance. We're going to get you the right help.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. So about a little over a month ago, my wife and I, we woke up in the night, had some trouble breathing, so we called the fire department to check to see if there was a gas leak or carbon monoxide leak. And in the process of them going up, we have a furnace in our attic. And so in the process of them checking gas levels and whatnot, the firefighter must have tripped, but he fell through our ceiling and fell into the master bedroom, bathroom, and kind of broke the counter, mirror, had a bunch of damage done. So the fire department said that they would pay for the repairs, apologize. They're super nice. So I got a contractor estimate for the repairs, submitted it to their insurance, and their insurance came back with an amount that was lower than what the contractor estimate had said. So I called them to see what was the cause for the difference. The first response I got was their third-party appraiser or adjuster had negotiated with my contractor for the lower amount, which I found out after I hung up and called the contractor that they had talked to nobody and did not agree to the lower amount.
Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing how insurance companies lie?
I'm learning that the hard way.
My God, it's amazing to me. So where does it stand? So your contractor said, I never said I'm going to do less. Now, you don't have a bad faith claim with these people, but they are and they're not responsible. I think technically they could get out of being responsible under municipal, if they were doing their job, their normal job, during the course of doing their normal job, I don't think they would be liable, and I think they would get municipal, what do you call it? Governmental immunity is what I'm trying to say. Even though, because they are a quasi-taxing district and all of that, I'm not saying you shouldn't go after them and you shouldn't get what's fair, especially if they offered. How much difference is there?
So the difference is about $800, and they can't come to find out the reason wasn't because they agreed to a lower amount. It was because that they took depreciation off of the contractor's estimate.
Yeah, so depreciation on what specifically?
So it was for the repairs to the bathroom. So a new countertop, sink, mirror.
Okay, so they're saying they're giving you actual cash. They're giving you not replacement value, but actual cash value.
Correct.
And in a lawsuit, actual cash values would be all you need. However, I think they would have an argument that a countertop depreciates. What kind of countertop was it? Vanity top?
It was like a quartz.
Well, how can they say that depreciates?
That's my question. I actually, prior to phoning in, I was actually on the phone with the appraiser and got a portion of it removed because they were also applying depreciation on labor.
These people are crazy. Now, if there's an $800 difference, have you looked into your homeowners? What's your deductible?
It's $2,000, so it wouldn't. To me, it's not worth it. I'd be out of pocket either way.
And is there no negotiating? Did they say absolutely not?
No, the guy's kind of a piece of work to deal with, the claim agent. I offered to do. I offered something of the term of. Can it be recoverable depreciation where if I send you pictures of proof?
No, I get it.
That's
That's only on replacement. Kyle, a few more questions here. Now that you had some of it removed, is it now an $800 difference?
Now it is a $600 difference because they took it off of the labor. They were charging for the painter.
Okay. And did you talk to the fire department again?
I have not. I've only been in contact with their insurance.
Why don't you call back someone in charge there and say, look, I don't want to give you guys a hard time, but your insurance is nickel and diming. That's the first thing I would do before we get involved. Do you know who the carrier is?
Yeah, so the carrier is Arch Insurance.
Okay.
And I think the broker they go through a broker. It's like McNeil and Company. So the main one was now they're asking me to sign a release for property damage in order to release the payment. And I just, with stuff in the air, I'm like, I feel like between a rock and a hard place with having a hole in my ceiling or
you don't
want to
do it. Listen, they're doing an actual cash value, which technically it is apropos on most claims. Like, for example, if they hurt your car, right? Or, right, if they fell through on your car or a motorcycle, they're not going to buy you a new one. But this is a countertop.
Right.
I mean, what else are they depreciating? The walls?
So they're depreciating the sinks, the faucets, the countertop, the mirror.
Come on, man. Those are kind of things that don't really depreciate, kind of like glass. It's ridiculous. I've never heard of Arch. Arch? Okay. Listen.
Yes, ARCH.
I want to call Compass to see if they've heard of them and what they think of this and how you should go about it. But I also believe if you called the fire department and said, listen, come on, man, you guys can talk to your insurance company. This is ridiculous. Or they're going to make you sign, and then you can't go after them for small claims court. How much is the entire claim, by the way?
So the entire claim is for $8,600.
Right.
Okay, hold on. We're going to do more coming up.
Yep.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Boost Infinite.
Starting south of town through Castle Rock, I-25 southbound approaching Happy Canyon Road. That's exit 187, a crash in the left lane. Into Denver and heading west, I-70 westbound. Watch out for emergency road construction blocking 2 right lanes between 32nd and Youngfield and exit 261 for 6th Avenue. We're seeing about 20 minutes of delayed driving through the area. Otherwise, a pretty standard drive throughout the Denver Metro. Fox 31, pinpoint weather. Mostly sunny skies. We're seeing warm temps the next couple days. High 60 this afternoon. Overnight low of 31. Tomorrow high 65, nice and warm. Thursday high 62 before snow on Friday. The current temperature in Denver is 58 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Boost Infinite's new wireless technology gives you 3 networks for the price of 1 and better service at a lower price. Switch today. Visit boostinfinite.com. That's boostinfinite.com.
All right, so, what I really love is I love when a company is not looking just to sell you something, but they want to solve your problem, especially with plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. Gosh, we get so many complaints about these companies, but Fix It 24/7. Their aim is to come to your home and find the problem and look for the most cost-effective solution and not to sell you something unless you absolutely need it. FixMyHome.com says it all. Fix It 24/7 has a $39 guarantee that they'll find the problem. And then, if you have the work done, they credit you the $39. So that's all you have at risk. That's what they want, problem solving. Fix It 24/7. The Fixers, 720-526-3600. 3939. Harris Family Law. I'll tell you what I love about them. They are looking to solve things too. That's why before you even get involved in a family law issue, they want you to have plenty of free information. That's why every Wednesday they have a webinar, and even better, every night they have the webinar archives, meaning you can go online anytime, day or night, and see a list, an index of all the topics they've covered and the ones to come. So why don't you do harrisfamilylaw.com/webinars to educate yourself on all matters for family law. harrisfamilylaw.com/webinars.
Creative plan.
Hey, Tommy.
Yeah.
The Stagecoach closed up last night.
Oh, no. They've been there forever.
Yeah, they didn't make it. Remember the owner died a few months ago? They were trying to make it work, and...
This is on the corner there, right?
Yeah, 86 and 83.
Yeah.
Yeah. They closed their doors for good. Totally sucks.
Hey, Shannon. Is he not in there?
He's glowing.
Hey, I can barely see it. Is it TTWN or TTW? Total Traffic Network?
Yes.
But
Total Traffic TTN.
what's the W?
Weather?
Networks?
News
Total
and weather.
Traffic Weather Network?
Okay.
I don't know.
Shannon's like, all right, I won't
That's
argue.
stupid.
Hey, Mark, when are we taking off?
We're this week and next week we have, and then we're out for 2 weeks.
But I can take off more, right? Because your guys are here.
You're barely here now.
We're here.
Hey, you talking about me?
Yes.
Shannon, hand that notebook to somebody else then, will you? Because
it's
you're going to be
time.
on it.
It had nothing to do with your age, just your commitment or
Hey,
lack
Jeremy.
thereof.
So
Hey,
we have a
I'm getting old.
guy who
You're getting better.
I'm near my retirement.
Guy.
What?
MR put, it's amazing Tom can fly a helicopter.
Hey, oh, that's so funny, Mark. Ha, ha, ha. You know what? Mark,
Write that down, Shannon.
Write that down just for laughing at it.
TMH. It's amazing Tom can fly a helicopter.
That's much easier than this job. He just has to grab his joystick.
I've flown with him. He just hits the autopilot button.
Mm-hmm.
A helicopter's like flying a drone.
Yeah, right. No,
He just turns his cell phone on and hits the up button.
And then the home button.
And then the home button. Set your coordinates and just sit back. You know that shit's right around the corner, though.
Oh, well, you know what? With airplanes, it damn now is, right? I mean, come on.
Did you get a hold of him?
Yeah, he was really nice.
Oh, the landlord?
Yeah.
Oh, this will be a good update.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. We got an update on that one.
Scott making it work.
Did he want to come on air? Did you ask him?
Yeah, and he said, "What? You're a radio station?" I said, "You're not on the air right now. If you want, you can." But there's all kinds of stuff that.
Drop the bomb after the conversation. Oh, yeah, by the way, we're a radio show.
I can't believe this lady. Did anybody pick up on this lady? She's in Section 8, but she had $2,000 to go get new countertops for her place.
And the landlord said he paid for the countertops.
Oh,
he
that's-
put them in himself.
That's a huge difference.
It's huge.
We need her back up to do the update.
Okay.
Because, I mean,
Hey,
that's
Mark.
fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting so many emails about this Mike the Mouse Man. We got to get his company on the referral list. I'm serious.
Who the hell are you talking about?
Kelly emailed you a new prospect this morning.
Oh, okay.
But it wasn't Mike, was it? Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right. I want to get, Jeremy is on. Good. Jeremy, I want to ask you a question real quick here. The fire department, regardless of whether legally or not they're required to do this, but one of the firemen fell through his attic while inspecting a furnace for a gas leak. And the fire department's insurance company, Arch, offered actual cash value, ACV. Is that common when they do damage like that, to do ACV and not just fix it?
No, not typically. Typically, I mean, they could offer whatever they want, obviously, but typically you would see.
Have you heard, I want to get you back, though, on this. I want to finish up. Have you heard of Arch?
I have not.
Okay. I want to investigate this further. Hang on, Jeremy, or we'll call you right back. And then we also have Anthony, who has an issue with the police. And whatever other calls we have, give us a call, 303-713-TALK.
Scott, my new obsession is sangria. Now I gotta find the best sangria. I had sangria a few times over the last week, and I'm like, that stuff's good. I've had it before.
Yeah.
But do you like sangria?
I mean, I've had it at like backyard barbecues and stuff like that. It's not something I would order.
Yeah, see,
It's not something I would order until recently.
I'm already at 95.
With me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put MR on my shit list.
Oh, MR's going on Tom's shit list.
You're
MR's in trouble. He's part of the lawsuit.
There you go.
With Mark and Company.
I think that was the Jack Lemmon movie, The Out of Towners, where he kept going around going, all right, that's it. You're part of the lawsuit. Like a bus driver drops him off late or something. That's it.
Are you leaving, Shannon?
Yes, I'm leaving.
Good riddance.
Been real.
Yep, get out.
MR's in trouble with Tommy.
God, that was funny as shit when I read that.
MR is a funny guy. I think he lives in Vegas and Parker.
He can't go to break on time, but he can fly a helicopter?
No, thank you. No, I agree. I don't want you to ever think that. Right.
Ooh, I like Costco sangria. Large bottle for $9.
Woo!
That sounds dangerous, Jazz.
Costco makes a sangria?
They sell a sangria bottled.
I got to look that up. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Mark's all about the sangria, too. I got
To a
him all.
degree, yeah.
What?
To a degree.
Oh, you're all about it now. Merry freaking Christmas, Mark. Sangria, Costco. I guess I've seen it there. I just never thought, oh, maybe I should buy some.
Kirkland Signature.
Ooh.
It's got to be good if it's Kirkland.
I think I've seen that bottle.
Yeah. Huh. But I like the chunks of fruit and stuff. Does it have the chunks of fruit in it? Or it's a product of Spain?
I'm reading that same article, yeah.
Oh. And it isn't completely masked by the orange essence and sugar. Thank God. Huh. I'll be damned.
Are you reading any of my comments, Mark?
Yeah.
I am almost old enough to run for president.
Just get a jug of Carlo Rossi. What the hell is that? Carlo Rossi.
cheap wine that they use in sangrias.
Come on. Oh, really?
Yeah, then you just add fruit.
Sometimes those
and shit.
cheap wines are good.
Oh yeah, $2 chuck.
Yeah, which is now like $12 chuck.
It's like $12 chuck. Sangria not keto friendly. MH, I'm not keto friendly. Some days I am, but generally I'm not.
Do we have Dragon now?
Hi.
All right, finally a good board up. Jesus. My God, man.
A respectful one.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Classy.
A board op that has 10 toes. Well,
Instead of 9.
We could go with that, right?
How true is true.
You're not wrong. That's hilarious.
It's one of those things where Shannon just, talks to you about it and says that's happening, and you're like, no, that's just a Shannon thing. He's not getting his toe cut off. No. And then he's gone for like a week, and you're like, wait
Poor
a minute.
guy.
Where were you? I was getting my toe cut off.
You're like,
Let's get my toe amputated.
I thought you were just BSing us. No, that was a real thing. You never know if Shannon's talking the truth or not.
Sue's watch out for the chunks in Costco's bottle of wine. Is that the sangria deck? I like chunks in the sangria.
We just don't like chunks and creamer.
Yeah, there's a big difference between chunks and sangria and chunks and creamer.
I'll never forget the time I grabbed a jug of milk and took a swig,
That's nasty already.
and it was sour.
Yep.
Yeah, there is nothing like it. What is inflection point?
Hey, at what age do you do the old man shuffle when you walk?
Usually around 52.
Did you notice how? Did you see where he went into the crowd of leaders and did not know he had to be at the podium?
Joe Mama's.
Or I like when he leaves a podium and never knows where to go.
Cruz Garcia, real
he
sangria.
looks like a Roomba that's trying to find its docking station.
Garcia, real sangria.
I like how they give him pictures of people to point out.
I knew these YouTubies would have some suggestions for me.
I don't think this is your picture.
Fruit wine. Let's call it what it is.
They told me I'm supposed to call on you next.
Yeah.
Real.
I'm sorry I can't read your name on this cheat sheet, but I do believe you have curly hair.
All right, I'll have to try that, Joe Mamas.
And you're holding a CNN sign, so we know it's safe.
I'm going to take a picture of that. Got Costco. Got Cruz Sangria. Cruz Garcia.
All right, 10 seconds here, guys.
Hey, it's Dan. Join me today at 4. We'll dive into the latest craziness from D.C. and from the loony left right here in Colorado, and we'll have a lot of fun doing it. Join me at 4.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Yeah, that's me. I'm Tom Martino, and I thank you for being here, as I've been doing for, oh my God, I'm not going to talk about the number of years. I get my YouTube morons on a tirade about how old I am. But it's been a long time. In fact, my favorite thing is when I'm in public and some attractive young woman comes up, and I mean not that young, in her 40s, saying, I listened to you since I was a baby. Anyway, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Jeremy is with Compass Insurance Group. Jeremy, we take for granted with losses that you are due replacement. But I always give the apple analogy. If you're eating an apple and you're done with half of it, and Mark comes up and slaps that apple out of your hand, he doesn't owe you a new apple. He owes you half an apple. That is called actual cash value. But we have come to know insurance coverage many times as replacement value, but I think replacement only comes in homeowners policies, not even car policies, right?
Correct, yeah. Actual cash values typically how you're going to have an auto policy.
Oh, yeah. So what happens then with property damage? So you got a guy that runs a car into your porch, or you have a guy that falls through your roof, or you have a guy that breaks a window. Does he nickel and dime you for depreciation?
You hope not. I mean, when you're using the other party's insurance, you're kind of subject to what they're going to offer you. So the alternative typically, you can control your own policy and you can make sure you have replacement cost on your policy. And in an example like with the gentleman with the fireman, use your own policy to get that replacement cost and then let them subrogate to that fault party. Because you're using the liability coverage that the other party who's at fault has, and there's no contractual what they're going to pay out on liability.
Right. The disadvantage of using your own policy, Kyle, is that you have a $2,000 deductible, and the difference fighting with the fire department's insurance is that they're willing to pay up to a difference of $800 or $600 now. And it seems to me, Jeremy, that should be negotiable.
Oh, it absolutely is. Yeah. I mean, he can go back and try and negotiate anything he wants.
What sucks is it's a municipality, so he can't, go after them directly.
Yeah,
easily.
I believe, now, Jeremy, I believe that it's a municipality, as Mark says, because they're a taxing district, and I think they could pull a governmental immunity.
Yeah, it's a fire district for sure. I looked up Arch Insurance, and they do specialize in fire districts and emergency service operators.
So, Mark, did you look up if they're immune?
Well, I didn't look up if they're immune. I just wanted to understand Arch Insurance. I've never heard about it, and I've heard of everything. It looks like a pretty good company, but it's it's a big company. Your average Joe is not going to have Arch Insurance.
Okay. I just put in, do fire districts enjoy governmental immunity? And it says most fire departments are immune from liability for negligence. However, government agencies must respect constitutional rights. So I don't think falling through your roof is unconstitutional, but here's the deal. This is going to take some massaging here, because I think they could deny the claim altogether. You knowing that, Kyle, may give you some ammunition going forward. So I would talk to the fireman directly. And I would start out by saying you appreciate them taking responsibility. It seems ridiculous you have to come out of pocket for $600. And see if they'll maybe nudge their insurance. And let me know.
You know what's weird about reading this? I think I'm probably reading the same Google thing you just typed in. It says a fire company, rescue company, and the personnel of a fire company or rescue company are immune from civil liability. Didn't we just have a case, I don't know if there's been a verdict yet, where the two EMT drivers gave the kid something that killed him, and now they're facing prison and all these kind of things?
Prison?
Yeah, I thought it was prison.
That would have had to be criminal negligence of some kind if they had illegal drugs that they slipped him by mistake.
No. They gave him a shot because I wish I could think of the name of the case. Most people have heard of it. They thought the kid was out of control. Whether he was or not, I have no idea. I haven't followed it. But when EMT shows up, sometimes they give you a drug to settle you down so you're not fighting with the cops and the police and everybody. And that's it. Who is it, Dragon?
Elijah McClain.
Weren't they EMT, though? They weren't police?
There was a bunch of different ones. Those are the officers, and then I think some EMTs and everything. They drugged him after he was already...
drugged.
Yeah, subdued.
Or something.
Yeah.
It's just curious because it says they're immune, but then I'm watching this in the news unfold all the time. I don't get it. That's all.
Wow. Well, you know what? Here's the deal. If you, here the thing is, they're going to pay. He just has to try to weasel a little more money. Kyle, I would talk to them and say, look, I'd rather not come out of pocket. By the way, the Insurance Help Center or Compass Insurance Group, 303-996-9000, 303-996-9000. What they'll do is an insurance checkup free of charge. And it really is a good one. They see if you're not overinsured, underinsured, paying too much. Hey, Anthony, what's going on with Denver Police? And by the way, we'll have lines open after Anthony at 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Anthony, what's happening? Anthony?
He's there. He just ain't talking.
Hello? Okay. I don't think Anthony's there. So, Anthony, sorry.
Hey, Scott did talk to that landlord with that lady. We're going to get her back up.
Okay. The landlord that supposedly gave his approval?
Yeah, according to her, emails back and forth saying replace the counters, replace the floors, and whatever else she had going.
All right. So, listen, here's the thing, man.
It's a hell of an update.
Oh, so we'll do it right after this. I also want to remind people that whenever we get calls on this show, it behooves you to spread it around and tell people about it, because we assume, by being listeners of this show, it's really weird. And me being the host and Mark being on with Suzanne and everyone else, we all assume that people know stuff. Like, you don't pay stuff with gift cards, you don't pay Microsoft with gift cards. You don't pay the IRS with gift cards. You don't have to buy iTunes cards for this or that. We all assume things. Or, you get a package and they say, oh, we sent that to you by mistake. Here, you need to forward that to here or there. You could be ending up being charged with package fraud, for freight forwarding. So it really does help to let people know what you heard on the show. It really does. Because too often we assume people know stuff, and then we hear they just got ripped off, and we say, wait a minute, why did you fall for that? Anyway, so Anthony, I see you're back up there, and I promise you I'll get to you right after this break, okay? 303-713-TALK. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. We'll do a free market evaluation of your home for the asking. All you have to do is ask. And he'll go through that home and all of the comparables, the neighborhood, supply and demand, interest rate. He is such a good person and reliable, and he has knowledge. 303-920-1622.
This is Steve Powers here for Polestar Denver, where the deals are electric. Take delivery on a new 2024 Polestar 2 today. Lease a Polestar 2 and take advantage of the $8,500 clean vehicle credit.
15 seconds, Tom, then it's all you.
The new Polestar 3. We have inventory on the ground and we accept trade-ins. Drive into the electric age with Polestar Denver, a McDonald family dealership. Visit us at 240 St. Paul Street in the heart of Cherry Creek North.
This just announced. Take advantage of 0% interest rates. See Polestar Denver for details.
888heating.com will get you high efficiency heating and air conditioning at great prices. And they say the best value around, and they want you to call them and put them to the test. They have systems that will save you money over the long run, a lot of money, not just for installation with their honest, truthful installation, but Also, with the operation of that high-efficiency unit, 303-770-2776. If you're going to change it out, do it right. 888heating.com, 303-770-2776. So if you're injured in an accident, what you need is to know what your case is worth, and you know, kind of what it's worth, and where's the money, and how to collect, and what are your expenses going to be. And John Fuller can tell you all of that. John Fuller has made a pledge to only take as many cases as he can personally work, and he has pledged to have personal contact with you throughout the entire case. When you call from day one, you'll talk to him, you'll go over your case, and then he will work with you directly. Of course, he has a staff of qualified experts, but he handles each and every case. 303-597-4500 for your evaluation, for your assistance. Call John Fuller, 303-597-4500. You will notice the difference. MyAccidentLawyer.co. That's MyAccidentLawyer.co.
It's this is a crazy story, Tom. This kid, man, that got killed.
Oh, really? Was it ketamine?
Yeah, it's coming back to me. I mean, I kind of remember this now. It was a real big deal. I guess it's been on the news lately because one was found guilty of criminally negligent homicide. Rosenblatt was acquitted of all charges against him, including reckless manslaughter. Another trial prosecuting Nathan Woodyard began on Tuesday, October 17th. He was found not guilty on Monday, November 6th.
Allergies?
And then the paramedics must be the ones. So it looks like two cops were acquitted. One cop got arrested.
Kelly, did you ever get a hold of that Hillary gal?
I left her a message.
Oh, okay.
They held him down 15 minutes. The kid was sobbing, saying, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. He vomited several times. I can't breathe correctly. Holy shit, man. They choked him out with that fucking, that knee or whatever that hold's called. It's nuts. I can't figure out why they pulled him over to begin with.
Because he was black.
That's probably. Hey, man, it looks like that's exactly why.
Could be.
He was walking home from a convenience store. They said they were responding to a call by an Aurora civilian about an unarmed person wearing a ski mask that looks sketchy.
Tom asked Mark if a Jesus nut is a guy on the street or part of your helicopter.
A Jesus nut was an expression they had for...
held the blade on?
Yeah, for one nut that if it failed, that the rotor system came off. And a lot of them still have it, but it's mine doesn't have one nut.
Well, you just put a little Loctite on that mofo and you're all good, man.
And you know why they call it the Jesus nut, right?
Because you start thanking Jesus for having that nut while you're in the air.
Or if it comes off, you say, oh, Jesus. Or it's any single component that can... Yeah.
We met a couple in Granby a couple years ago, man. They had a pretty big size rig. It was at least 40 feet long.
TrajanWealth.com.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. Anthony, what is your issue with the police department? What's going on?
Yeah, see, so this was Tom Martino, and I'm going to try to see, hopefully my phone doesn't die on y'all because I got like 4%.
I'm sorry about that, man.
It's all right, but this is what happened. So, me and my girl there, we have a baby. Remember, I called you about a long time ago. It was last year, and it was about the guy that took $2,000 from us when we was trying to get that place.
Oh, yeah. And he didn't even own it.
Remember?
He didn't even own it.
Yeah, remember I told you my girl was pregnant and all that.
That sucks, man.
So now I'm calling you in the next year, and she came back. I mean, we had the baby and everything. She was born this year on September 18th. So she's only been around for 2 months. So I didn't have it where my baby, she puts her to sleep on her chest, and then sometimes she puts her down.
Yeah.
In the bed with us because she always cries. She don't want to be in her bassinet. I was already asleep. For some reason, when I wake up, I look for my baby. I wake up. She's been having problems of choking on milk and all that. But I wake up, she was kind of in between us. I grab her and I see, and I say, hey, baby, wake up. And then I feel her head, and she's cold, and I'm like, oh, my God. And I start doing CPR, and I start trying to do all this, and I take her back into the room, and I tell my baby, I was like, hey, wake up. Baby's not breathing right now.
Oh, my God.
So we start doing CPR, and milk is coming out of her nose. So, like, to make a long story short, like this, milk is coming out of her nose and she's grunting, but she's not coming through, And we called 911. So 911 comes. It's just the police come. They like, all right, move out of the way. We're gonna start doing CPR. They move us out the way, and then they just start containing us. Like they were like, go in the room, and then they take our baby up out of there, and then they just like act like they just contain the area. And then they just contain us, and then they take our baby, and then she goes to the hospital. We can't even get in the ambulance or nothing. They like, no, you can't go. They hold us against our will and say we can't move. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And we can't even move, so we just got to sit there. And then they're like, one officer saying, I'm going to just wait for the call. And then, yeah, y'all can go. Then he takes us in the car and shoots us to the hospital for us to realize that our baby girl just died. And she's dead, and they couldn't.
Oh my God!
And they take us in there and tell us that.
Anthony, when did this happen?
This happened 2 days ago, man.
Oh my God, Anthony, wait a minute! You lost your baby?
Yeah, man.
God, I am so sorry. How is your wife doing?
We are messed up because for one reason. She's messed up. She has a son, but she's very messed up.
How old was your Anthony? How old was your baby?
She was only 2 months and 2 weeks. She was only 2 months and 2 weeks.
Oh my God! Hold on, bro.
Didn't even make it to Christmas.
Are they accusing you?
And then this is my ordeal. I know stuff happens in baby mind, but look, we're calling for a medical emergency for my baby. I should have been able to get in the ambulance and all that. They made it look like it was a crime scene off the rip.
Anthony, they were trying to be careful. They wanted to see if the baby had been abused or something. It wasn't personal. I think they were just taking precautions because it was so. Okay, so Anthony, hold on a second. When this happened, it was in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I was in the middle of the night. I woke up, and as soon as I wake up, I look for my baby.
Okay, now you every night you put the baby in bed with both of you?
No, not every night. Most of the time she's in the bassinet, or like she.
But this night, she was in the bed.
Yeah, tonight because I was already asleep.
Now, do you think? Hold on. Do they think she was accidentally smothered or intentionally killed? What are the police saying?
I don't know. They're not saying nothing. But the thing is, look, usually when they come and say something, it's usually, if they could say it's foul play, it's from the autopsy. They ain't autopsy. They just autopsied her yesterday, and they said we can come get her and get her for funeral services. They're acting off the.
What was the cause of death?
Rip. I need my daughter to get medical attention. They're acting off the rip.
No,
Like
Anthony, they did,
and they made us wait 2 hours.
I understand that, Anthony, but
go figure it out.
So, Anthony, they did get her medical attention though immediately, right?
Yeah, they shot her to the hospital, but we wanted to come to the hospital with her.
I get it. Us. Hey, Anthony, what was the cause of death?
They haven't told me yet because I know what it was. She choked on her milk. She had a problem choking on her milk, and we wasn't right there in time for her. I didn't wake up. Usually, I wake up, and most of the time I've been like, you don't need to have her in the bed. And so most of the time I wake up.
Did they do any toxicology? Did they do any blood tests on you and your wife?
No. They just took us through a little fiasco, but then they made it look like a crime scene. They took pictures. They went in there and got a warrant, started taking stuff, took a gang of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then ransacked our house, threw everything around. And I'm just saying, why would you do that like that? And you don't even, none came.
Anthony, they suspect Anthony.
Like that, if it's foul play, it comes back from the autopsy. This is the medical emergency. It's not. You don't do that.
They suspect a crime, or they did.
Yeah, and that's how they was acting. But why would you do that? This was a medical emergency. I'm trying to save my baby. How you just gonna act like it's a crime off? For what? This is my baby, man.
I know, but Tom. Anthony, God,
I love her. Why would you? Would it look like? Why would you just come and the autopsy is going to say everything? But you did that before the autopsy even came back. I called them today, and they said it could take up to 18 weeks for me to get to know something.
Hey, Anthony, your wife. Who was in bed with the baby? Just you or your wife too?
Me and my wife.
So you woke up your wife when the baby was not breathing. She was in bed. So was the baby between two of you?
Huh?
Was the baby between?
Right here.
Okay. And you
Hello?
And you took the baby. You took the baby out into another room to wake her up?
Oh, I grabbed the baby up. She was up with her, and I had her in my hand.
Okay.
And then I was trying to wake her up, and she wasn't waking up. And then I was like, uh-oh, something's wrong. And so then I went back into the room because I was blowing air in her mouth when I had her in my
got it. And you woke up your wife.
And then I went back in the room and woke her up.
How long did it take you to call police or 911?
We called police immediately. Because I woke her up, but this is the whole case. We trying to save my baby.
I get it.
We know she must have choked because milk is coming out her nose. We doing CPR, and I'm on the phone with the police. She's doing CPR, breathing in her mouth.
Anthony, did they talk to you at all about, did they grill you and your wife about what happened?
Yeah.
Did they separate the two? Did they separate the two of you?
No, they didn't separate us.
What did they, so did you ask them why they were treating you that way?
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't because we was worried about our baby. My phone must have died.
I get it.
We worried about our baby. I'm not worried about, I'm trying to save my baby. I'm not worried about why they treat me like it, why they treating us like that. And they took advantage of that situation, did all this other extra stuff when our baby just died, man. Like, come on. Why you do that? And they ain't even got an autopsy back or nothing. So you don't know nothing. That's okay.
All right, hold on a second. Anthony, hold on a second. I want to get one of our attorneys on. We got to figure out what to do here. This is tragic. Anthony, you and your wife, is this your first child?
Yes, this is. This is my first child, man.
Now,
This
your
is
wife
my-
has another baby, another child?
Yeah, that's her big brother. He's 11 years old.
And okay, I'm just asking this, Anthony, because I know nothing about you or your wife other than when you called previously. Was your wife ever investigated by social services for anything to do with the 11-year-old?
Never.
Okay.
Ever. The only thing is, you know why? I'm going to tell you this, Tom Martino. I'm going to tell you this. This is why I believe they acted like that towards me. Because, I've been around. I've been lived my whole life in Denver. You know, I'm from Montbello. You know what I'm saying? That's where it happened in Montbello, you know? And so I've had problems with the law back in the day, even in Montbello, you know?
What kind of problems did you have with the law? Was it ever anything violent?
It was violent. Violent things with the law and everything.
What kind of stuff went on with you?
But they don't know that. They don't know me. You come in because this is back when I was in my 20s. I'm 44 years old. Right
Okay.
now.
Okay.
This is when I was 20 years old.
Okay. I got it. All right.
This is when I was a teenager. This is even back when I was 17. Yeah, I you know.
Anthony,
So
may I ask, Anthony, do you work?
Yes, I work. I work for Amazon. I deliver Amazon packages.
Okay.
I work every day. I work for my baby. I do everything.
God, this is tragic.
Yeah, there's nothing immediately that anybody I feel. And then when people see who we are and what we do, we loved our baby. I didn't even want but that's a newborn baby. I loved her and I didn't want other people to be around because I don't know how they're gonna do with my baby. Now this accident happened that she fell, and you gonna treat me when my whole baby just died because I woke up to my baby gone. You gonna treat me like before you even get the autopsy back and know her actual how she died. If she didn't come to the hospital bruised up or none of that.
Okay,
So
listen.
there's no reason. There was really no proper cause for you to do that. It was a medical emergency. Anybody could fall out any time. Any accidents happen.
I know, but Anthony, listen, here's what happened. Okay, listen. They came there, they see this baby not breathing with milk coming out her nose and whatever. They're thinking, listen, there's no reason for this. Something went wrong. It is, Anthony, I'm not saying you did anything, but you have to admit that they have to look for a reason.
Well, okay, hold on. I got to say this. I can't imagine if they showed up at our house, it would have went down like that.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, come on.
Okay,
They
so
should've
Mark,
did it like- and we-
Seriously,
Mark, so
you've got kids. If they showed up over at your house and you and whomever called up 911 when the kid was little, do you think it would have went down like that?
If it was an infant like that, maybe. I don't know, Mark. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't.
I don't think so.
I mean, you know, I remember my daughter running around a corner, my son, and they collided, and we took my daughter to the emergency room for a concussion, and no one ever talked to us about anything. It was never even discussed. But I don't know. Do you? Okay, we don't want to say it, but are you saying it's because they're from Montbello? Are you black, Anthony?
Yes, I am.
Is your wife black?
Yes, we're both black. My baby was black. We all black.
Do you think that had something to do with it?
I do. I think it has everything to do with it. I think they were. It's just, why would you treat us like criminals off of it? And I'm calling you to help my baby girl.
Okay, were the police officers black or white?
No, it was not one black police officer there.
Okay,
we seen the black police officer at the last time. He came and relieved the other white police officer, and that was at the end. And then they just was, and that was like 5, 6, 7 hours after they went through our house and ransacked it and did it and said, "Oh,
Did they
we're only
know?
gonna
Did they know your criminal history before they show up? I don't know how these things work, but I mean, if you're like a known gang member or something, I'm sure they know where you live. And then when that 911
he
comes
said, Mark,
in,
he said he
No,
wasn't
they
in
don't.
trouble since he was in his 20s, and he's
well, that's
44.
what I'm asking. Are you attached to that address or something along those lines?
Like, are you
we gotta take a break
are you
here,
a
Tom.
convict of any kind, Anthony?
No, that stuff all happened when I was back in the day. There was nothing. That house that where it was at, we was renting that house out. We was renting the basement out because I got that. Remember when they took the $2,000 from us? I had to find that for us because she was pregnant. We was sleeping in our car because we had nowhere to go.
I know.
So we got that place. We rented the basement out, and then we had the baby, and this is what happened. And then they treat us like this. No, I ain't been doing nothing. I've worked at Amazon for a year and a half. I ain't been doing nothing.
All right, we got to go, Tom.
I got to take a
Only
break.
thing I've had
Anthony,
is
please hang on if you can. I know your phone's dying. I want to try to get Joe Lazzara on, Kachina. Let's get Joe on. I'm Tom Martino. More coming up.
This is Denver's.
Just my own 2 cents, but it just sounds like he's just trying to grasp at straws here to be
I know.
angry at somebody
I know.
for an accident.
I know.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's.
Major slowdowns through downtown. I-25 northbound approaching 23rd Avenue. A crash blocking 3 right lanes with stop-and-go traffic back from Alameda. Right now, we're seeing about 30 minutes of delays through the center of town. North of there, through Commerce City, I-270 eastbound, some stop-and-go traffic between I-25 and Vasquez. I-70 east and westbound, we're back to highway speeds from the foothills to DIA and back again. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, mostly sunny skies, highs in the 60s today, overnight low of 31. Tomorrow, high 65, nice and warm. Thursday, high 62. Friday, high 43 with snow. The current temperature in Denver, 64 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Now at Lowe's, get the lowest prices of
10 seconds here, Tom. You next.
the 45% off and save an extra $100 on every $800 you spend on select appliances. Valid through 12/6. Savings vary based on purchase amount. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com for details.
All right. Integra Insurance is the place everyone needs to go for health insurance. Why do I say that? Because it doesn't cost you a dime more than shopping on your own. So why would you go through that headache during open enrollment? By the way, you only have till the end of December to get this insurance done. Everyone needs health insurance. They can go on the exchange. If you're looking for tax credits, they can go off the exchange. They can do catastrophic plans. They can do Medicare supplements. They can do Medicare Advantage. Whatever it is, health insurance made simple and smart. IntegraInsurance.com, 303-466-5500, 466-5500. Get your price right now on the phone for countertops, whether it's granite or anything else. The name says granite, but they do everything. TheArtOfGranite.com. They will happily give you a price on the phone for any kind of countertop. And get this, they tear out and haul away free, and they do the bathroom vanity free, or you get a free kitchen sink, your choice, when you have the kitchen done. 303-386-5919, 386-5919, TheArtOfGranite.com.
Best guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he said it.
Because none of us flinched, so I don't think that really happened.
Right.
Yeah, we got to get. Did you get Lazara?
He's unavailable
Oh,
right
that
now.
blows, man. I guarantee he's had similar. It can be manslaughter.
Maybe I missed this in the story, but the officers that came, they eventually got an ambulance for the
It's a fucking sad story.
I wonder if it's under investigation.
They took the kid away though, right? They took the kid to the
Yeah,
hospital.
they took the
pretty
kid
much
immediately. Well, they administered first aid and took the kid to the hospital, but they detained the parents. By the time the parents got to go, she was already dead.
That's sad.
And then they got a search warrant and were searching. They were probably looking for drugs, alcohol.
I mean, I feel sorry for him, but it just sounds like he's grasping at straws. He's angry and he's trying to find somebody to be angry at.
This is 2 days old. It's like the 2-day-old story. He's
He might
freshly
be
wounded.
They might be a little worried though that there might be charges coming or something.
Something. But I'm just saying in general.
Yeah, but there has to be evidence.
He's trying to find somebody to be mad
Well,
at.
what do you mean evidence of what?
Yeah, because that's kind of like that's
Evidence
how
of
grief
something,
works.
Mark. I don't know. I don't know how they do it. Like
I
maybe
mean, if you roll over and kill your baby because you're passed out, and I'm not saying he was by any stretch, but because you're passed out, either on drugs or alcohol or anything like that, I would assume they could charge manslaughter on that.
Or negligent. It could be negligent child abuse or something like that.
Now you go to the next level and say, okay, you're not on anything, no drugs, no alcohol, and you roll over and kill your baby. I mean, do they ever charge it? I don't fucking know.
So from Lazara, I was able to text him kind of what was going on. He said,
Co-sleeping.
probably true. DPD probably believed they were potential suspects for child abuse.
Yeah.
Of course they do. Everyone
yeah,
knows
but I
that.
I don't think it would be that way where we live. I gotta fucking say it, man.
Good afternoon. Thanks for calling the Tom Martino Show.
I could be 100% wrong, though. I mean, fuck, I don't know.
Okay. Hang on.
All right, 10 seconds here, guys.
For JD Power 2023 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I'm a little broken up over this. I mean, I swear to God, it's hard to talk about this. A little baby infant girl, God almighty, she's dead. And now, listen, I would be upset too if I called and this happened, but I'd understand it, I think. I think I would understand it. Look, I have to tell you something, okay? Police do the best they can. I think they do the best they can. I don't think they look for trouble. I don't. I mean, I know there's some a-holes who are police, but they're a-holes in everything we do. But I know when it comes to a couple things, suspected child abuse or suspected domestic violence, they do the best they can. And the truth comes out, yes, damages can be done. I can tell you that. Damages can be done. The truth does come out. You just have to have faith the truth will come out. If there's evidence, there will be charges. If not, the charges are dropped. They go away. I don't know what Anthony is hoping to accomplish by this call, so let's ask him. He called us. He's upset. He's upset because he and his wife, well, he tries to wake his baby because when he wakes up, he looks around for his kid because she's in bed with them. Now, by the way, that's not a good practice. This has happened before. We've had it happen, not we, but I've heard of it happening in a hospital maternity ward where a woman fell asleep with her little baby nursing, and the baby smothered to death. It's unfortunate things like this happen. But so he said he woke up. Sometimes the baby's in bed with them because she cries. He looks for her. She's not breathing. He picks her up. He gives her mouth to mouth. He wakes his wife. They call police within minutes. The police come and separate them, not separate them from the baby. First aid is administered to the baby, and then they take the baby to the hospital. They're not allowed out of the house for a couple hours. The baby's already dead. Anthony?
Yes.
When we wanted to get you some legal advice and talk to our attorney about this, we can't get a hold of him right now, the one we wanted to talk to. But I want to ask you straight up, what are you hoping to do now? What do you want? What is this call about?
This is my thing. We loved our baby. This is my first child. I'm adopted. I was adopted out here in Denver, Colorado. I've been adopted, you know. I don't know my real family or nothing. That's my first child. And so I just feel for them to, like, how we waited there for an hour before they rushed us to the hospital. Then we get to the hospital, she's gone. Then they rush us to a little room, they interrogate us, ask us questions, and then, you know, and then we even go, and we there for like an hour. I go see my baby, I'm pushing on her, I'm telling them I feel I could still save her. They like, oh, no, you can't. Police keep following me. And I'm like, man. And then so then they take us back home. And the police is all in our house already still sitting there. And they're like, oh, well, we just going to need to get a warrant so we could just take pictures. And that's what they said. And then we were like, all right, man, we distraught. We like, man.
Anthony, what did they take out of your house?
They took multiple things. They took, like, the nozzle thing that we used for the baby. They took the baby's bottle. And then they took, like, the baby's blankets and stuff, all her sheets and the pillows.
Did anyone
like,
say this is?
Things.
Did anyone say this is under investigation?
It pretty much is. It looked like it.
Well, it's definitely under investigation.
Why would you? They gave us a thing with the warrant, a copy, and the evidence that all the things that they took.
Anthony, you may want to see an attorney right now.
And some of the things they took wasn't even ours. You know what I'm saying? Because that's an Airbnb that we stay at. And we just moved there because, remember, the money that they took.
Yes, I remember.
I had to move in. Yeah, I had to move in there.
Anthony.
So that.
Are you still, you're still working, right?
Yes, I'm still working. I stay working. My job loves me. I've been there for a year. I've been there for a year and 4 months.
What is your wife doing right now? Is she in mourning and shock? It's only been 2 days.
Man, we're messed up. We're in, man, that was my heart that just got ripped out of me.
Anthony, you and your wife ought to go talk to someone.
Yeah, we got to do funeral, and then you know we got to raise money and stuff because you know they doing this, and I was like, if we're gonna talk to any detectives, anything, we're gonna need a lawyer.
That's
or
right.
Anything, you know.
There is a lot of arrests out there on co-sleeping. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
You know, Anthony, there is also something called negligence. It's not it rises to the level of a crime, but it's criminally negligent, they call it.
Yeah.
This is pretty serious. And here's the thing, criminally negligent doesn't even mean that you intended to do it. You don't even have to have intent. And you need to talk to an attorney, Anthony. You do.
Exactly. And that's my whole thing. And they want us to come talk to them. And I'm like, I got to go get me an attorney.
Have they asked you to come in and talk to them?
We already talked to them. We did a whole reenactment of what happened and everything. That's all what they need. We tell them the truth. That's the truth.
But have they asked you to come back in?
Yes. They want me to come back in on Thursday. But I'm trying to raise my money so I can give me this lawyer so I can have my lawyer go in there for me because I don't want to go in there. And because I don't want The lawyer told me, no matter what, yes, cops do good things, but the thing that for the cops to do to figure out a crime. And if they're just looking and fishing for a crime, I need a lawyer.
Listen, we got to take a break. Hold on.
Now, I didn't know it was that big of a problem.
Report is sponsored by JSX Air.
Mark, can you do
Major
this spot,
slowdowns through
please?
downtown. I-25 northbound approaching 23rd
Mark,
Avenue.
can you
A
do
crash
this spot?
blocking 3 right lanes with stop-and-go traffic back.
I'm trying to get his attention.
We're seeing about 30 minutes of delays through the center of town. North of there, through Commerce City, I-270 eastbound, some stop-and-go traffic between I-25 and Vasquez. I-70 east and westbound, we're back to highway speeds from the foothills to DIA and back again. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, mostly sunny skies, highs in the 60s today. Overnight low of 31. Tomorrow, high 65, nice and warm. Thursday, high 62. Friday, high 43 with snow. The current temperature.
He's good to do this spot here.
Impact traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Jetting from Denver International can be a bit rocky. That's why JSX Air offers a seamless travel experience from Rocky Mountain Airport. Arrive 20 minutes before takeoff, then enjoy perk-filled flights to hotspots like Burbank, Dallas, Las Vegas, and Phoenix. Depart from the ordinary now at jsx.com.
You know, whether you need just an oil change or a brake job, all the way to engine replacement, transmission rebuilding, you got to check out Sheridan Auto Tech. What I love about these guys, and they've done a lot of work for myself and Suzanne, but here's what I love. Their nationwide warranty. It's better than most dealerships. If your car breaks down 20 miles outside of Kevin's place, you can go to a list of other places. They'll take care of everything. Everything is 3 years, 36,000 miles. Better than dealerships. Great pricing, great people, great service. SheridanAutotech.com. Check them out right now. SheridanAutotech.com.
The holidays.
Boom. Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada boom. I know.
What's freaky is I used to sleep with Adeline when she was first born. There were a couple of nights.
Oh, I've done that with
I
my
did
youngest
that
son.
because I was so damn tired, and she just cried. Addie cried a lot when she was born. She was like pissed to be coming into this world for months. I don't know if Mark remembers that. Adeline cried a lot. It was hard.
I just use those noise-canceling headphones.
I didn't have those back then. She's the angel of the family now. But woo! Those first few months.
Those were rough.
I remember the nurse was pissed at me because after she was born, I was still in the hospital. Like, you gotta take her. I gotta sleep. Like, I gotta go to sleep. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, she just simply wouldn't stop. And at some point, giving birth is exhausting, Mark. I don't need your smart-ass comments. I could have done that on the kitchen floor.
we done?
Yeah, the
Pretty
show's
much.
over.
No, I mean, is the hour done?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
Oh, we're not even coming back to
Nope.
go back. We're just
Oh, I
done.
didn't realize that.
Ah, okay.
Well, then in that case,
Oh, come on. We're acting like this has never happened before.
It's never happened.
Holy moly.
Especially when Tom's running the show. It's unheard of.
Clock.
This is terrible, terrible.
This guy
terrible.
needs Joe Lazara, man. He needs an attorney no matter what.
Yeah,
this
exactly.
is terrible.
Why him and not her? That's what I don't understand.
Well, both of them need representation.
God almighty.
Maybe because he's the one that was trying to resuscitate the baby. I don't know.
It could be so many different things. They show up, let's just say it's a hellhole. They're going to react a different way than if they show up and it's a $3 million mansion. I mean, everything's fucking different.
Well, they
Hey,
were living
have you
in
read
an
this?
Airbnb.
I need
Yeah,
to
they're
change
living
the
in
subject.
an Airbnb. That's fucking crazy.
Hey,
Yeah.
the headlines in the New York Post: Trump rips Robert De Niro, mental midget.
Yeah, I like that. I don't like Robert De Niro after all that bullshit, by
De
the way.
Niro said he wants to punch him in the nose.
Yeah,
Former
he's
president
fucking crazy.
raged against Robert De Niro. Because, well, he used an award speech to I mean, every chance he gets, that's all he does.
Good afternoon. Thanks for calling the Troubleshooter Show. Yeah, this is Kelly. Oh, Sean, you're the Reunited Airlines issue.
If you look up co-parroting
perfect.
or sleeping,
Sean,
co-sleeping,
let me go ahead and put you
it
on
is
hold,
amazing how many people have been
and we'll be
arrested
with
for it.
you as soon as possible.
In
Okay.
Colorado?
Just
Mark,
anywhere.
Mark, for causing death?
Yeah, co-sleeping, and then just put co-sleeping arrest. I mean, there's fucking... Oh, it's just page after page after page.
Ugh.
This one's right at KRDO, so it's down in Penrose. This just happened. September 1st, 2023, co-sleeping to blame in death of Penrose baby, 18-year-old mother arrested.
Ugh.
They said the baby had been deceased for too long for CPR to be effective when they showed up. That's the other thing they're looking for. How long was this baby dead?
Oh.
Because if they showed up and that baby was already dead a half hour, 45 minutes, there's going to be a lot more questions coming.
Oh, it's just devastating. It gives me anxiety.
This one says she found the baby unresponsive on the couch.
Oh.
But that's just an example. That happened a month ago, right down the road. Here's Denver Post, May 25th. Aurora parents charged in co-sleeping death of 2-day-old. Atlanta, this one's less than a month old.
Ugh. This makes you a little sick. I'm like, I don't like
Just
that.
had no idea. Okay, here's one. This woman was facing charges and they dropped them. They're mostly involved manslaughter charges.
Oh, that poor guy.
Here's one, Brooke Hunter. Listen to this one. She was charged involuntary manslaughter, rolled over, smothered one of her kids. A year later, same mother, another death, same way. A year later.
Now that seems
Mark,
a little
They
hard
die
to
apart.
believe.
They died 1 year apart.
Mark,
Yeah.
have you heard of the movie called Lady Ballers?
No.
Oh, my God.
Is it good?
Oh, my God.
How about 99 Homes?
I don't know that one.
It's fucking good. It's on Netflix.
You got to look. Just look up Lady Ballers right now.
Lady.
I am.
Daily Wire movie.
Who is it?
Daily Wire.
Just look it up, Mark.
Oh my gosh.
Bunch of old guys decide like, oh, wait a minute. Instead of playing basketball for the guys' team, we can be.
They all identified as women.
Oh, no shit.
Mark,
And they just start
it's hilarious.
wiping the
Is it
floor
in
with
theaters?
the women's teams.
it's
No, it's
online.
just Daily Wire Plus, I think, or whatever.
Ben Shapiro.
Yeah.
How was Ben? Was he a nice guy or
Oh
what?
yeah,
Tommy?
Wait.
we talked a lot. Yeah.
Is it just a trailer or is there an actual movie?
No, the movie's out.
Adeline was so jealous.
I have
that you
his
got to
contact
meet him.
information. He's going to come on the show.
Oh, okay.
No kidding. That's cool.
Oh my God, this is a great trailer though. Like a 400-pound dude wrestling this chick.
And just straight up body slams her.
Yeah, he stitched a wig to his head, basically. Yeah, and he body slams her.
How did you get to the Sphere? MR. We Ubered there. All the F1 stuff was gone. And oh, no, I'm sorry. We Ubered to the Hole in the Wall Italian place, Batistas. And then did we walk over to the Sphere? We did walk over to it. We didn't Uber, did we? We walked from the restaurant to the Sphere.
Oh, yeah. From Hole in the Wall.
Yeah. It wasn't too bad of a walk. It was decent out.
I got to go see this movie.
I think it's streamed online. You just probably need to sign up for Daily Wire, don't you?
I don't know.
I'm sure you can find it pirated somewhere.
Yeah, not that I do that.
YouTube.
I would never condone such an act.
Nor did I download MP3s back in the day. Nor have I ever played a game of Pac-Man on my PC.
Mark. Jesus.
That's what we should do, though, if you think about it. You get a new charter or whatever they call it for WNBA, and you hire all men.
2 transgender cyclists take gold and silver in women's championship race.
That's
I mean, is that fair? Is that
Fuck no,
fair?
it's not fair.
No.
Come on.
Depends on who you ask.
I bet if you asked one of them, they'd say, fuck yeah.
All the women should just drop out and say, screw it. You have your 3 transgenders race and we'll peace out. We're done.
All right, 10 seconds, guys.
Is raising the minimum wage to how much? This is ludicrous. We'll talk about it. 630 K-How, Denver's talk station.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. And I want to tell you that we have Denver Regenerative Medicine, Denver Regen. It does stem cell therapy. They're now starting semaglutide treatment for weight loss. It's being compounded and offered to you at an unbelievable price. Now, if you're obese, insurance covers Ozempic and those other drugs that have the generic name is semaglutide or semaglutide. Some people say it doesn't matter, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, insurance covers it if you're clinically obese. There are some people that are just 20 or 30 pounds over, still want to lose some weight, and they're compounding this and prescribing it and supplying it for $250 a month. It is unbelievable. unbelievable. It's an unbelievable price, and it's called. And you just have to go to the website denverregen.com. And for some reason, it's taken. Mark, see if you get that site. For some reason, it's not coming up for me. denverregen.com.
Nope.
It's not coming up, is it?
No. Oh, yeah, it finally did.
Okay. There's
It
something.
must have 27 redirects.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, you contact them at denverregen.com. I got to get that phone number because it's just not. I just don't like
720.
Okay, thanks, Mark. I really
583.
do. Okay, hold on. 720-583.
1648. But ironically, I'm on their site and I don't see.
No, they don't have it up yet. That's why I wanted to give out
that.
That's why I wanted to give out the phone number. They're not quite up on that yet, and I want to get that done. I mean, I want to get that out there to them. So, okay, so that's the number, and again, that number is 720-583-1648. Now, let's talk on the phone here, and I want to go to who's been longest, Anthony. I want to go back to you now, people. If you've been listening to this, we're trying to get a hold of our criminal defense attorney just to talk about this because I have a feeling that there's going to be a problem. I think they're looking for charges. I don't know. Here's the thing. There's something called criminally negligent homicide or child abuse where you do something, and let me just sum that up. Basically, they're saying you did something so stupid you should have known it was going to cause harm.
I'll give a great example. You decide that you're only driving down the road and you don't put your toddler in a car seat, and someone hits you and the toddler dies.
Okay, that's an example. Anthony and his wife, they have their baby, their infant, sleep with them once in a while. And just a couple nights ago, Anthony woke up and said his baby was not breathing. She was cold. There was milk coming out of her nose. She must have choked or something. He tried to give her mouth to mouth. And he said, wake up, to his wife. They call 911. The police come and basically treat them as if there's a murder investigation, which I believe is appropriate. Of course, it's terrible. They did attend to the baby, tried to revive the baby, the paramedics, and they took the baby to the hospital where it died, but where she died. And Anthony and his wife were detained, and he's very, very upset. And now they want to talk to him. They've already talked to them a lot. They want to talk to him. They did a search warrant in the house. Anthony, they're looking to charge a crime here. And no matter what, people might say, well, I hate when people say this. If you have nothing to hide, talk to the police. Well, that's not true.
No, you get an attorney.
You get an attorney. And I do believe that police are looking to close cases, but I don't think police want to intentionally charge and convict people or get them convicted if they're not guilty. But at the same time, their job is to like someone and to go after them. And I think that it's foolhardy to talk to police without counsel, because you may say something without even intending it to be incriminating. And I don't subscribe to the belief that if you have nothing to hide, you should talk to police. No, I don't believe that. I wish it was like that, but it's not.
If you just Google co-sleeping arrests or co-sleeping whatever, there are so many of them, I couldn't even believe it. There was one in Colorado Springs in the last couple months.
Anthony, my heart goes out to you if, in fact, this was a terrible, terrible, terrible accident, and it had to have been induced. I don't know how old your baby is, but I don't know. It's terrible. Now, but I'm not saying it was intentional, but there had to have been something that caused a baby to stop breathing. And I think the problem here is that not only did you lose a baby, now you have to be faced with an investigation. And Anthony.
Oh, back up.
Anthony?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you talked to an attorney yet?
Yes, I have. And then we're just
we're just trying to. I'm trying to raise some money and stuff to get some money for my baby. She has a GoFundMe page, and just I'm raising some money for her to, so I can get this lawyer and talk to him, so he can talk to him, and then he can figure out what's going on. Because I don't want us to go down there to talk to him, and we're not really in the mood to talk to him right now because our baby is gone, and we know we loved our baby, and I don't like how they just. And then it was, to me, I just feel like if it was somebody else like that, they wouldn't have. It might have been a investigation and whatnot. You know what you got to do, but we sat there for hours and hours waiting, and while they went through our stuff, threw all our stuff around, and then talking about, oh no, we're just taking pictures and lying to us about what they're going to do, and then took random things, and then, you know what I'm saying? I just believe they mixed what they maybe was supposed to do in with a little bit of extra, and they shouldn't have did that because this is our baby, and we just lost her. We was very sad. My girl was crying. We was crying. She cried for the whole time, about 5, 6, 10 hours. It was at 2 o'clock. We got to the thing. It was light time by the time we was done, and then they went and took all this stuff out of our house.
Yeah,
and just immediately and had us detained upstairs, and we just sitting there crying, you know, and it's like, man, like, and then, you know, I feel it wouldn't have went like that, like, you know, we was sitting there trying to do CPR.
Just say it like it is. You're saying it wouldn't have happened if you were white. That's what you're saying.
I'm saying I wouldn't have happened if I was a certain, maybe an individual. Could be a black person too. He could be, maybe he got money or something, or whatever.
No, I know what you're saying. You're saying they're judging you.
He's a known person.
They're judging you
off of my character. I'm not saying off of my race. I'm saying off my character. Who knows if it could go race? But sometimes race pinpoint all the way to judging a person off of their character. Oh, he's a black guy. He's wearing some Dickies and he like that. He's probably a gang member. But you don't say that when I put my Amazon on and all that. People say, "Oh no, he's an Amazon driver," in which I am.
Okay, Anthony, listen, I want you to leave your number. We're going to, when we get a hold of our attorney, have you on. We want to get you some advice, at least that we can do. My heart goes out to you and your wife. And look, if this is, I don't know. Look, I'll tell you what I think, only because I've talked to Anthony before and I've been in touch with him. Here's what I think. I think it was a terrible accident. That's what I think. I don't think anyone intentionally did this, but it was a terrible, terrible accident. And it could be negligent. I don't know. I just don't know. We have more coming up.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Alliant Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 12-month terms and only $1,000 minimum. And the happiest part? Alliant certificates yield 5.25% APY annual.
10 seconds here, Tom.
Happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
We are in a season right now that sees a lot of electrical fires, from Christmas decorations, broken pipes, frozen pipes, fires, and all kinds of problems. They're called property catastrophes. If you have a catastrophe and you need restoration services, please don't just go on and Google, because you're not going to find a great company. Most of them suck. But I will tell you this. American Restoration has the EPA certifications, knowledge, know-how, and insurance, and the expertise to get the job done right. I'm going to tell you how to contact them, and you do it. And you don't take your insurance's recommendation, because they only pay once. They don't care if it gets done right, and you don't get paid again. American Restoration 24/7. 8337 AMREST, 8337 AMREST, or amrest247.com.
Oh, there it is.
Is Kelly? Oh.
I got Joe.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, cool.
Hello. All right. Hang on for me. You kind of know a little bit of backstory? Oh, are you serious? Okay. How about tomorrow? Is there any time that you can come on tomorrow morning?
Yeah, you can text it to me if that helps you.
Okay.
I know our attorney's coming on. We just got a hold of our attorney, so he's coming on. Yes. Do you have a minute for that?
I think Kelly was trying to get him tomorrow.
Oh, maybe it's for tomorrow,
Yeah.
but can I give you a phone number to text the GoFundMe to? You got a pen? Something?
Okay. Okay, that's actually good advice. But can you come on tomorrow morning with him and just kind of counsel him a little bit?
720-507-6960.
Like 10 a.m. Like when
Yeah,
we
and
first
then
open?
let me have Kelly tell you what we're doing for tomorrow or whatever, okay? Hang on. Thank you. Text that over. if you
11. Okay. All right. Let's put it down for 11, and then I will call you and see if Anthony's available. Okay. All right. Thanks. Good luck in court. All right. Bye.
Hey, Kelly, he's going to text me the GoFundMe. I told him you'd tell him about tomorrow.
Yep. Anthony. Anthony?
Nope.
Why is that doing that?
Hit the button.
There you go.
No, it's going to arrow. It should just go to.
Yeah, hang up the receiver. Now try again.
There we go. Anthony? So I've got Joe Lazara coming on at 11 o'clock tomorrow with
Lazara.
you. In the meantime, he says,
It's like your mom
do
with.
not talk to
It's
anybody.
not Kaiser
Do not take any
Permanente.
phone
It's
calls or
Kaiser
anything
Permanente.
Okay, and then I have your number at 720-707-7369, and just make sure that you text us the GoFundMe stuff. All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay.
What's
Take
weird
care.
is the GoFundMe is for their criminal defense.
I thought it was for the funeral.
Funeral.
Yeah, I thought it was funeral.
Put it up. Let me look at it.
I'm waiting for him to text
We
it.
don't have it yet.
Yeah, it's his wife has done it, so she's the one with the information. He doesn't have the information.
Got it.
I couldn't find anything.
I thought he was saying he needed the money for an attorney.
That
Probably needs that too.
I think it's collective.
Yeah.
He should. I would, if they're living in an Airbnb, I would assume they'd get a lawyer.
I wonder if Airbnb
Can't even think about it.
Insurance pays for that. Medical stuff.
10 seconds here, everybody.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. 630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome. Let's go to another call now. We'll resume that when we get Joe Lazara up, our criminal defense attorney. Okay, Bill has a question about insurance. Go ahead, Bill. Welcome.
Okay, I'll start it with 3 words. American family sucks.
I'm going to tell you it does, and I've always known that. What's your question, Bill?
Well, I don't know how we missed it. They're charging us $5 per policy for not going paperless.
Okay, so why? Okay, first of all, that's not uncommon, even with good companies. They want to encourage.
$5 a month.
You know, it really isn't being charged. I think it's this, Bill. I think it's a discount for paperless.
It's $5 on our bill for.
So it actually is an extra charge.
Yeah, it says administration fee.
Oh, okay. Is it per month bill or per year?
What is it? Oh, we don't. My wife just. I think it's per billing, and we're getting billed once a month. I don't know why.
So wait a minute. You pay $5 every month?
Yep, on the car policy and the house policy. So $10 a month, $120 a year.
Well, switch companies.
Yeah.
Or go paperless.
Yeah. But is that normal though for them to do that?
Yes. Not necessarily that much a month, but yeah, there is a lot of companies are surcharging.
Okay, I'm just checking.
I mean, why do you have American Family? How long have you had it?
40 years.
Okay, Bill, you listen to my show. I know you do.
Know.
Well, I don't understand. Why would you have a company that long without getting an insurance checkup? I'll guarantee you're overpaying. What are you paying a year for house?
I don't even know. What are we paying for the house? Oh, I don't know. I know we are.
Bill would call Compass Insurance Group and get an insurance checkup.
Yeah, I have. I just got the declaration pages and that stuff.
Oh, please do it. 303-996-9000. Thank you, Bill. Sean, what's going on with you?
Hello.
Hi, Sean. What's going on?
We are having an issue with United Airlines.
What?
In 2020, we had planned a trip of a lifetime with our children and our grandchildren.
Yeah.
Obviously, COVID hit during prior to spring break.
Oh, yeah.
United refuses to this day to refund my money. They gave me vouchers.
Now, wait a minute. You had it planned for what year?
For March of 2020.
Okay. And you're not the only one. A lot of people have faced this. And how much in airfare did you have?
Well, they did refund my ticket because I have multiple sclerosis.
Wait, how many tickets did they refund? Just yours?
Just mine.
How much did you...
Out of 10.
Out of 10 tickets?
Yes.
How much did you pay for 10 tickets?
I paid $693.15 per ticket.
So you paid $6,000.
Correct.
Okay. You paid $6,000 for 10 tickets, and they only refunded one.
Yes.
Were the flights canceled? Hold on. Were the flights canceled, or did you cancel them?
That was my biggest mistake. Is I canceled once Disney shut down and our resorts and everything else.
Well, I don't blame you.
After being on hold for hours, right? What am I going to do? Take my grandkids and stay in the
No,
airport?
of course not. But
Exactly.
when you say they're offering vouchers, are they offering nameless vouchers that you can use at any time?
Again now.
Yes, they can actually be used for other travel. However, I mean, we can put them, towards somebody else. But why would I want to promote United after being treated like this?
But you're not being okay. They're not singling you out. They've kind of done this to everyone.
Yeah. Well, American didn't.
Oh, really?
No.
How do you know this?
I filed because 2 of our people were traveling American. Once I filed a refund request, I had my money back on my card within 7 days.
So American gave you cash, but United is saying you have to take a voucher.
Yes, and my voucher is going to expire the 31st of this month.
Oh, that
I'm pretty much getting the runaround waiting for them to expire is my impression.
That doesn't seem right. They have an
I don't think they're giving
date.
you the runaround. I think they're simply not going to refund you.
And
right. Well,
and technically,
they've made that pretty clear.
And technically, that's happening to a lot of people. Are you sure they didn't cancel, right? You're the one that canceled.
I did cancel. I was on the phone for almost 3 hours on hold. We couldn't go out. I have multiple sclerosis, and my immune system is very compromised because of that and the medication.
Federal law says, I just looked it up, during COVID, if they canceled or significantly delayed a flight, they have to give you cash, not vouchers. However, if you cancel, they can do a voucher.
Right. That's my biggest concern is that they're going to keep my voucher is currently for $5,623, and they're going to take it.
Well, we might be able to get that extended for you. Have you tried that?
That would at least.
Huh?
Well, yes, I have. I have tried that with United. I've given documentation of.
They won't. Hold on. Doctors. They will not. They will not let you. Get an extension.
No. I was told in my last email that they will expire December 31st, 2023.
Man, I could have helped you place them maybe before, but now they're going to expire. I think we need to see if they'll at least extend it. That's the best we can do for you. I mean,
well, I would gladly accept that, but they are very aware of all going on, everything going on, why we haven't been able to travel. I've sent doctor documentation.
Do you know there are some class action lawsuits? Did you know that?
Well, I didn't.
There's a
really
class
want to
action
go that
lawsuit
route.
filed in the United States District Court for this very thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you want to contact him, but you may want to. I'm trying to find out.
Certainly, it's that's a lot of money to us.
It's been 3.5 years.
Right.
And
That's
December 31st is what, like 3 weeks away?
Mm-hmm. Well, I've been chasing this for quite a while.
I guess my point is you probably could have sold them even 2 months ago. You probably could have sold them if anybody can use them. You probably could have converted them into $4,000 or $5,000.
We can't sell our Frontier vouchers.
She said it's not Frontier. She's saying hers can be used for anybody.
Oh.
Oh man. Okay, so. Listen to what they said. They changed their refund policy 4 times in March 2020. But this class action is for refunds for the flights that United canceled. So United didn't even give refunds when they canceled. Did you know that? So that's why
I did not.
That's why they're not even giving refunds to people when they canceled, Mark.
Well, I don't know.
They're just giving them vouchers.
I'm sure it's happened, but I don't think that's a practice of United.
Well, it was before this lawsuit. And by the way, Southwest canceled thousands of flights, and they were giving refunds. It seems like United is the stubborn one.
Well, it also depends. I've gone on there. We just flew United not long ago.
I like United.
I do too, but it doesn't even go down there. When you're looking at the fares, your most expensive fare, you can generally get cash back if you don't use it within 24 hours, where the other ones are either credits or no refunds allowed. I think it's the type of fare you purchase as well.
Okay, hang on. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We have more coming up.
This is Denver's talk station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4.
She didn't use them or transfer them in 3.5 years. It's kind of on you, sweetheart.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Peppermint Frosty.
Major slowdowns through downtown. I-25 northbound approaching 23rd. A crash.
I want a peppermint
stop and go
Frosty.
back from Lincoln and Broadway. We're seeing about 30 minutes of delayed driving through the downtown area. Otherwise, pretty beautiful commuting throughout Denver for the noon hour. I-70 east and westbound flowing free throughout town to DIA. South of DIA, I-225 north and southbound. No complaints through Aurora and DTC. And heading to Boulder, Highway 36 east and westbound flowing free as well. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, mostly sunny skies. Highs in the 60s this afternoon. Overnight low of 31. Tomorrow, high 65, sunny skies. Some clouds rolling in on Thursday for a high of 62. The current temperature in Denver is 65 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHO.
The holidays are back, and you know what else is back?
10 seconds, buddy. You next.
So take some time for yourself with this cold and creamy treat this year. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Peppermint Frosty. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Vanilla Frosty is temporarily unavailable.
Okay, Genesis Total Exteriors can do all of your storm damage on the outside of your house. That's why they're called Total Exteriors, GenesisTotalExteriors.com. They'll go from the roof, gutter, siding, windows, doors, soffits, fascia, even the decks and the railings and the outbuildings. Oh my God, they do everything. And including stucco, by the way. You can even switch to stucco while you're getting things fixed. They're the stucco experts. GenesisTotalExteriors.com, 303-679-8509. One source, one stop. All your damage, 303-679-8509. Hey, earlier in the show, we had O'Brien Legal Services on because we had a real estate question. And whenever we have a real estate question, we get OLSlaw.com. That's O'Brien Legal Services, Brad O'Brien and his team, 720-370-7388 for all things real estate. Call them for going over docs or whatever you need. 720-370-7388. That's O'Brien Legal Services. And if you want beautiful floors in your garage, or you want coverings over your sidewalks, patios, pool decks, concrete porches, steps, whatever, Elite Garage Floors. Wonderful people. EliteGF.com. That's EliteGF.com. The people that you want guaranteed lowest prices and no money down, they're the people. 720-939-2448.
I know you did 6 months.
I'll talk to him. Yeah, no, they're done.
Oh, I wonder why Tommy's doing this.
He hasn't taken them off the. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I didn't see that. Did that say Elite?
No, I did it.
That wasn't an Elite spot, was it?
I'm making up some, Mark.
No. Elite, they're seasonal. I just want you to update your sheet. They're gone till they start back up late February or March.
Oh, okay. I got to put them on hold. Thank you for telling me that. I did that for nothing, you mother. Wait a minute. Does that mean I'm not being paid either? Son of a bitches. Summon a bitch. Summon a beach.
I think
it was Tommy. It was me. I noticed it. Who's being babied?
This lady. It's been almost 4 years with a voucher. She calls up 2 weeks before it expires.
Yeah, that's the only thing that bothered me was like, you've had 3 years.
She says she's immunocompromised, so we can kind of get that. So let's just say, all right, so the past year, let's give her one full year. All of 2023, she could have done something.
But her family can use them. Her friends can use them.
She got her money back for her ticket, but yeah. Let your family go have fun. Let them do whatever they want. Let them travel to see other family or friends or whatever.
Yeah. She's being mean to her own family.
Motherfucker.
She's like, bitch, you ain't going nowhere. No, it's just too long. It's almost 4 years, right?
Depends on when she was given the vouchers, but yeah.
Is she still on?
Motherfucker!
If it's 5,000 worth of vouchers, I'll give her $100 right now, cash, but she's got to answer now.
So she's got 9 because she got money back for her, so she's got 9 other vouchers.
You know, the other thing we didn't get into is where'd she purchase them. She might have bought them through Priceline, for that matter.
Yeah, then ooh.
So all the tickets were paid by her, so she's the one that got the vouchers? Is that the deal?
I guess so.
And she hasn't been able to use them?
No, she can use them.
Her personally is not able to use them, but
anybody can use her vouchers. They're not like Frontiers.
Yeah, give them away.
I don't understand what the problem is now. I don't even understand. She
Right?
got vouchers 3 years ago.
3.5, 4.
And she just wanted cash, is what you're saying?
She wanted her money back.
Oh.
Well, sell the voucher.
Sucks for her.
It would have been easy to sell if you even 6 months. I mean, you'll take a little bit of a haircut, but I bet she could have got $3,800 out of $5,000 in vouchers.
Yeah.
In fact, what's that site I buy shit from sometimes?
I don't know.
Wow, what the fuck is it? The gift card site.
Pornhub?
Basically.
Hold on, gift card websites. Fudge, what's the name of it? They'll make her an offer right now. I just don't know about the time frame.
Did she say she has to use them this year, or does she just have to book a flight?
Oh, that's a good point, too,
Oh,
Scott.
that is a very good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, really, does she have to use them right now?
For your free online visit, hims.com/radio.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Ask that question, Mark, on the flight. Ask her.
Hey, bring Sean back up. I do have a question, Sean. Do you have to use them this year, or could you book a flight like right now for a flight a year from now and use those vouchers?
It is my understanding that we have to book, but with all of the things they've been throwing at me, I'm not sure that that's actually true.
Well, okay. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean, we could try to. I guess all I was saying is we could put it out there. You have them for sale. Other than that, I don't think you're getting a refund. It's been 4 years.
Right, I agree. And I explained to them as well that there have been some major health issues, and this is why we hadn't used them. Of course, honestly, we were trying to get the family together, and it's just not going to happen now.
Hey, how is your MS doing?
It's progressing.
It is. Are you on any of
It
the
is.
latest meds?
I am doing Ocrevus. I've had to stop that because I had breast cancer this year.
Oh, my goodness. So, listen, if anyone inquires about those, we'll let you know. Leave your number with Kachina,
That would be wonderful.
and I'll put you in my prayers.
Thank you.
All right. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. By the way, I don't just say that. I really, really do it. So just so you know, I'm not just going to toss that around. All right. Brad has a question. Go ahead, Brad. Welcome. What's going on, Brad?
Well, first, that call about the baby, did they rule out SIDS?
Well, I don't know that. That's what this autopsy is going to be all about. They're going to look, I'll tell you what they're going to do. They're going to look for marks. They're going to look for pressure. They're going to look for bruising. They're going to look for fibers inside the mouth or nose. But here's what happens. Sometimes rolling over on a baby, if you're covered in a cover, could look a lot like smothering a baby on purpose. It's terrible. It is terrible. But anyway, what's happening, sir?
Well, I've woken up dreaming or half awake, feeling like I couldn't breathe. And when I fully woke up, on several occasions, I found out that one of my cats was sleeping on my throat.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's
True.
crazy.
This has occurred several times in the last few years where I'll be sleeping on my back, which I rarely do, and I'll start
You have
like I'm
apnea, bro.
breathing.
Dude, could that be apnea?
No.
No, he's got a cat.
It's the cat on my throat, sleeping.
Okay.
You know, partly on my chest
Yeah.
and my throat, and cutting
It must
off
be
the
a
air.
big cat.
No, not always.
No?
They just have to have the right body weight or
Wait.
the
How many
right
cats do you have, sir?
angle. I have 10.
You have 10 cats?
You got 10 pussies.
Now, let me just say something, okay? That you are classified, when you have more than 3, you're classified as a nut.
Well, that's somebody's opinion, but I rescue cats. These are all rescues. They're all fixed. They all go to the vet. I give them
Oh,
natural
bless your heart.
I give them natural supplements to keep
That's
them healthy.
wonderful.
And, I'm not a hoarder.
Okay.
I would keep all the cats I rescue if I could, but most I've taken up to
Brad, that's wonderful. I'm just
Admirable.
kidding. I'm just kidding about
Here's
being a nut.
Tom giving you a hard time. You're out there doing God's work.
I love the fact that he adopts kitties. So anyway, Brad, what is your question? I don't know what you're talking. What are you calling about?
Well, now that we're on the subject, I actually rescued a cat. I drove to Pueblo, 60 miles away one day, and when I got home, I heard a meow when I got out of the car, and I found a 3-4 months old kitten, or older kitten, who had ridden all the way from Pueblo, 60 miles, on top of the chassis of my car.
Oh, my God.
Holy crap.
That is one
just
lucky cat.
That's just one cool story I have about some of my rescues.
I'm glad it had a happy ending.
And he learned how to play guitar.
Send us a video. Send us a video.
I have a guitar standing against the wall next to my bed, and if I was sleeping too late and he was hungry, he'd stand on his hind legs and pluck the strings with his teeth to wake me up.
That is adorable.
You know, cats are
And
really smart, man.
He was killed on May 1st by my neighbor's pit bull. So
that sucks.
He was a special kitty.
Wow. Did your neighbor feel bad about that? Does your neighbor know that happened?
Well, they didn't know it was my cat until a couple months ago because I rarely talked to them. They thought it was just a stray, but I think my cat was chased into their yard by 2 dogs that were here when I got home, and because he wouldn't go into the yard otherwise because of their pit bull.
You don't think they were being mean, do you?
No, because when I brought up the story to her a couple months ago, she acted totally surprised, and she almost started crying twice when I told her about.
Then I
about
feel
my cat.
better. I feel better.
Yeah, but still. So anyway, I went to a laser clinic up in the Springs, and it didn't do hardly any good.
For what?
So for dark spots from sun damage and aging.
You know, there are a lot of remedies for that. A lot of them.
Yeah, but my question is there one natural remedy or one product that actually does not hide them or appear less, but actually gets rid of them?
Okay. Microdermabrasion. Microdermabrasion. Have you had that done with laser?
No, it was the light laser.
Okay. Microdermabrasion has been known to help. They do that any number of ways, but there are some natural remedies people swear by.
I thought the big thing was a bleaching cream. Like literally, you would just bleach the spot.
No, they have it, but the problem with that is you can't get your face even necessarily. There are all kinds of creams that do it, all kinds. If you can get, but sometimes you get lighter spots than others. A lot of people swear by aloe vera, apple cider vinegar, and hydrogen peroxide.
Yeah, I've been using those, and it doesn't seem to...
Wait, hydrogen peroxide didn't help at all?
Well, I've only been using them for a short period, but I've used hydrogen peroxide mixed with vinegar or baking soda. I've used vinegar alone. I've used baking soda alone.
How bad are your spots?
Well, they're not bad, except on where my skin was exposed to the sun in Arizona for decades. And they're starting to appear on my face.
And you've tried aloe vera too?
Well, you know, in Phoenix, aloe vera grows wild, 6 feet tall. I wish I was there. But I haven't used it since.
Have you tried vitamin E?
No.
Well, I'm just telling you what.
There's all these claims, but I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars.
No,
finding
vitamin E is
something that
cheap, though.
doesn't work.
I mean, look, I'm very aware. I don't have any, thank God, or not, I might have a few, but I think it's my vitamin regimen in general because I'm strong with C and B's and E's anyway. You don't want to overdo, but anyone who gets older that doesn't have a regular supplement regimen, I mean, and I'm talking about all of them, they all work together. I don't know what else to tell you, man. But I'm surprised, though, that the lasers did not work.
Well, I went for like 6 treatments and spent $1,600, and it didn't do hardly anything.
Was it a chiropractor?
No, it was a laser clinic.
Mark, a lot of these estheticians do it, and they do
I know.
They do a good job. And what was the thing about chiropractor? I don't get it.
Well, nothing. Some of these chiropractors sell everything. That's all.
I get what you mean. Yeah, where I understand. Yeah, we have more coming right up.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Peppermint Frosty.
Slowdowns continue throughout the downtown area. I-25 northbound, a recent accident at 23rd has been all cleared out. We're still seeing stop-and-go traffic back from Lincoln and Broadway. Only about 5 minutes of delays as traffic heals through the downtown area. Northeast of there, I-270 westbound, your usual stop-and-go approaching Vasquez for the 1 o'clock hour. I-70 east and westbound, it's easy driving to and from the DIA area. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, mostly sunny skies, highs in the 60s this afternoon, overnight low of 31. It's a warm couple of days here, high 65 tomorrow and high 62 on Thursday. However, things cooling down for Friday, high 43 with scattered snow showers. The current temperature in Denver, 66 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
The holidays are back, and you know what else is back?
All right, Tom, you got 10 seconds.
Take some time for yourself with this cold and creamy treat this year. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Peppermint Frosty. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Vanilla Frosty is temporarily unavailable.
Vanilla Frosty is unavailable? That's un-American. Hey, let's talk about something that is available right now. Made in the Shade can do all window coverings, and they do it for a budget, and they do one-stop shopping. They handle all the major manufacturers of all the window coverings, from blinds, shades, curtains, shutters, whatever you need, they have. And they do it all. They measure and they estimate, free. They have a design consultant to help you pick the right stuff, free. Then they have their in-house installation team, all part of the one price, one stop, Made in the Shade. 720-458-6566, denvershades.co. You know, you heard us talking earlier in the show about Joe Lazzara, a criminal defense attorney. There was a tragic situation where some parents say they woke up their infant was dead sleeping with them. There's an investigation. You know, in life, you never know what's going to happen. And people need attorneys to consult. You really do. Now, this time of year, a lot of people do stupid things like drink and drive. They think they're not drunk. They turn out to be drunk. Or they sleep in their car thinking they're safe and they get charged anyway. Look, whenever anything hits you, a criminal charge, you need Joe Lazzara to consult. Joseph A. Lazzara, free consultations, by the way, then flat rate pricing if he thinks you need him. Joseph A. Lazzara, LazzaraLegal.com, also on referrallist.com, 303-429-6200.
Yeah, you know why they got rid of the Vanilla Frosty?
No.
Because they have strawberry now. Strawberry outsells vanilla by a shitload, and the machines can only have 2 flavors, chocolate and then whatever.
Strawberry, I might actually try that. I didn't know they had strawberry.
I like vanilla.
Well, now they got chocolate and peppermint, so there you go.
Yeah, that they only have 2 handles. So
and
that's
they're not
the
going to
deal.
get rid of the chocolate. That's the traditional one.
Yeah, no one's getting rid of the chocolate.
I would get rid of the chocolate.
Nobody cares what you think about food. You're a terrible judge of food.
What I thought was weird is
Kelly doesn't like chocolate?
no,
That's weird.
Anthony's Pizza getting rid of pepperoni.
What?
Hey, Mark, that kid that you're talking about was Elijah McClain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
like
big.
an hour
Once I
ago.
started reading it, it all started
Where you been?
clicking.
He's catching up.
That was from the first hour.
Yeah.
It was 3 hours ago.
But why should it be criminal, though? That's the thing.
Well, I don't know in that case, but I mean, it sounded like the kid, they were choking him out. The article I read, it sounded like they choked him out for 15 minutes, and then they gave him way too much of ketamine. But I don't know what the hell happened. I have no idea.
I see what you're saying. Like they did.
But I think I think one cop got in trouble, and two, all the charges were dropped, but I'm not even sure about that.
All right, I'm going to go on a run after the show. I can do this.
Wow,
those-
yoga and a run on the same day, huh?
Oh, I've done 2 yoga classes in a run on the same day. But I'm light today. No, I got to get my puppies on a run. When we're gone, they don't get walked or.
Miles doesn't do that, huh?
Miles is back in Nebraska.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he went back before we left, but we had a house sitter, and I don't really expect anybody to.
And she's
run
80.
our dogs or anything. The kids, when they are home, they'll throw a ball to the dogs and get some exercise that way. But I mean, they're used to their hustle. I call it the hustle.
Yeah.
Let's go hustle. Oh, here's the GoFundMe finally. Jessica Truth Harmony. GoFundMe. Search Jessica Truth Harmony. $0. Let's see here.
What's the GoFundMe?
Just search Jessica Truth Harmony. And the first one that comes up, little kind of teal hat outfit.
10 seconds, guys.
Love the show, love the station.
Denver's talk station.
That's just good radio.
630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Okay, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. And we have no time to take calls. But what I want to say is, if you call 303 Martino, we will get back to you. We call it outbound. And we will get back to you, put you on the show, so you leave your name and number. You can also contact us through any other social media, leave a message. If you leave a number, we will get back to you. I'm on Nextdoor, and a lot of people have been contacting me through there. So you can search for me there. And, of course, we're on YouTube and Facebook and all that. But YouTube morons, they're special. They can ask questions right through the YouTube moron page here on Troubleshooter, on Troubleshooter Show Live and that's the Referralist channel, I believe, or the Troubleshooter. No, it's what channel is it? Is it the Referralist channel, I believe. Anyway, I wanted to mention something that I think is unbelievable. Do you know that the Tesla, which is an electric car, is among the top 20 in reliability of all cars? Isn't that cool? I just thought I'd mention that because Mark has one. And Mark, the Genesis is on the top 20. You have 2 of the top 20. Isn't that cool? Anyway, we're out of time. And remember, I want you to call 303-MARTINO 24/7. Leave a message. We'll get back to you. Save all your problems for me. See you guys.
At Real Talk.